Lang Monument, family-owned and celebrating families since 1874. Located in the Wharf District, Morgantown, and online at langmonument.com. By DPS Land Services, your partner in land management and acquisition, leasing, mineral buying, due diligence, and more. Our expert team makes complex land deals simple. Visit dpslandservices.com. By Vision Homes, building custom homes for area families for over 30 years. Visit askvisionhomes.com and see how easy it is to build a house you're proud to call home. By Patton Building Services. From janitorial to general building maintenance, Patton Building Services believes clean environments build better business. We don't just maintain buildings, we maintain communities. Online at pattonbuildingservices.com. And by Saving Grace Septic and Rentals, providing clean, reliable, portable toilets for every event. And when septic systems need service, we're your first call. We're local, we care, and we're there when you need to go. 304-282-7210.
We're live one more time this season in Blacksville, and with one more win, the Clay-Battelle Seabees can do what no other team has done before. On the other side, it's the Cameron Dragons, the one loss to the Seabees schedule that they suffered on the road in August 29th, 22-16. The Seabees are winners of 11 straight games, host the Cameron Dragons, who have defeated the Seabees 11 straight times. The last time they did so was the last time that the Seabees went to the semifinals in 2014. Who will keep the streak going to 12 and face the Wheeling Central Catholic Maroon Knights in the last semifinals matchup in Single A? The Clay-Battelle Seabees against the Cameron Dragons, live here on this triple header of high school football on WAJR. Good afternoon, I'm Ethan Collins. Back at the studio producing today's game is Eli Mallow, and the man to my left is the man who has seen these big, awesome seniors grow up from just those little itty-bitty freshmen, Chance Collins. And Chance, I gave a little bit of the numbers of what this matchup means. Tell me, what does this mean in terms of legacy for this game?
I kind of feel like these seniors are merging of errors. We had Coach Wilson, who had a long streak against Cameron, come have a long streak. Then Tim Brown showed up at Cameron. Cameron's got a long streak going. These kids have seen both sides of that error. The losing streak, or the winning streak by the Seabees, coming into now the losing streak by Cameron, or Cameron winning, my bad. And I just feel like it's a merging of errors, and now it's a chance in the second year of LePau to start a new era for them, to start the winning streak being the Seabees and not the Dragons.
We will take a break. We'll be back in 2 minutes. You are listening to Clay-Battelle Seabees football here on WAJR.
IHOP, the International House of Pancakes, the place where no matter what you order, one ingredient is always constant: a smile. Stop by your local IHOP on Oakland Street and Venture Drive in Morgantown, or Jerry Dove Drive in Bridgeport for IHOP's new $6 House Faves. 4 fan-favorite breakfast combos for just $6. Choose between the world-famous buttermilk pancakes and fluffy French toast to pair with eggs and bacon or sausage, or go with the house scramble or a ham and cheese omelet. $6 House Faves at IHOP, priced just right to add some flavor to your day or night.
Leaky faucet, clogged drain, water heater not keeping up? Josh Heinerman here with Advanced HVAC and Plumbing, where we do more than just HVAC. We are your local plumbing pros. From quick repairs to complete replacements, our licensed plumbers can handle it all. Faucets, toilets, water heaters, sump pumps, and more. We do it fast, clean, and right the first time. From drips to disasters, we've got you covered. Advanced HVAC and Plumbing.
In a world where memories fade, preserving them shouldn't. I'm Rob Lang, 5th generation owner of Lang Monument. My family has been helping Morgantown families honor their loved ones for over 150 years. Choose from granite, marble, or bronze with expert engraving and installation. A Lang member will guide you every step of the way. Celebrate a legacy that stands the test of time. Lang Monument on Don Knotts Boulevard across from the Wharf District, and online at langmonument.com.
This is Clay-Battelle High Seabees football on WAJR.
This message from the WVSSAC reminds you that it serves its 286 member schools and their student athletes by providing leadership support for the conduct of education-based athletics to enrich the educational experiences for all participants. Play, perform, compete together. And also a message from Toyota. And Toyota and your local West Virginia Toyota dealers are proud to be the official partners of the WVSSAC, supporting local high school sports from all across West Virginia. Visit buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. And I will send things over to Chance, who owns a Toyota, in just a minute. But first things first, I want to ask him about the pre-game weather conditions, sponsored by Advanced Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, keeping your home cozy year-round. Morgantown's residential HVAC plumbing leader for over 20 years, online at advancedheatingandcooling.info.
We've got a brisk 33 degrees today, but it is a perfect day for high school playoff football. There's no moisture in the air, there's no rain, there's no snow. It's just cold, it's partly cloudy, and everybody in front of us is bundled up, Ethan, but we're in here in a nice
cozy, warm press box.
So, nice brisk day out there for football.
Lang Monument are the sponsors for today's starting lineup. Lang Monument, family-owned and celebrating families since 1874, located in the Wharf District, Morgantown, and online at langmonument.com. First, for the Cameron Dragons, we will work on offense. Only their quarterback, Cason Angel, followed by the fullback, Marshall Holland, who's we'll talk about throughout this game and how much better he has improved from week one till now at becoming a better running back. Wide receivers, Sawyer Reed, Sterling Reed, and Maverick Lilly. The tight end is Hayden Boner, along with the offensive line working from right to left. It is, Chance, we had a late scratch here today. Remind me again, who was starting at right tackle? It was
number 70 is out, which is Brody Hill, and Grayson Boner is taking his spot, number 63.
Who is also a sophomore, another sophomore on the right side of the offensive line at right guard, Caden Chapman. The senior at center, Colin Majors, along with a freshman at left guard, Alec Fox, and the senior left tackle, Carter Paczawetsky. Moving on to the Clay-Battelle Seabees, Chance.
The Clay-Battelle Seabees, if you were facing them from right to left, you're going to have Cody Santa Fe Clovis at the receiver position, Braden Ponser off at wide receiver, then moving on to their left tackle of Cameron Mercer, left guard Jax Huggy Bear Huggins, center J.J. Doshin, right guard Cooper Statler, right tackle Zach Gump, your tight end is Colt the Sandman Sandy, followed by outside senior Trey Huggins at receiver. In the backfield at starting quarterback, you have Corey Cohen. If there's a fullback in, it will be Cooper Payton. You have Caleb Square in the backfield of Caleb Hall and Caleb Snodgrass rotating in and out. The names you will hear on defense that you don't hear on offense is 63 plug-and-play Josh Wilson. You also have, let me make sure here, Caleb Bragg in the safety position. Also, Tyson Price at the outside linebacker position.
All right, so let's get to Keys to the Game, sponsored by DPS Land Services, your partner in land management and acquisition, leasing, mineral buying, due diligence, and more. Our expert team makes complex land deals simple. Visit dpslandservices.com. 2 keys to the game for each team. Chance, give me one.
The Clay-Battelle Seabees, you've gotten here because you've controlled the line of scrimmage. You need to continue to do that. Their second thing is going to be the first game you turn the ball over 4 times. It's about holding on to the ball, not turning it over. When you go to the Cameron Dragons, I think the key to the game there, we're just going to say it's Cason Angel. If he's able to get loose and make plays, it's going to be problems for the Seabees. And as far as defensive-wise, they're going to have to find a way to shut down this Seabees run game that's been powering on as the seasons went along.
All right, we'll take a 2-minute break and come back with kickoff. You are listening to Clay-Battelle Seabees football here on WAJR.
Youth sports play an important role in developing work ethic and character to prepare students for future success in life, which is why your West Virginia Toyota dealers are proud to be the official partner of the West Virginia SSAC, supporting high school sports all across West Virginia. Toyota is also the only auto manufacturer in West Virginia, investing heavily in the local economy. So when you're ready for a new ride, shop us on buyatoyota.com or see your local dealer. Toyota, let's go places.
While others search far and wide for solutions, you know where to turn. Patton Building Services,
Since 1981, we've been more than a service provider. We're a legacy. From janitorial to general building maintenance, we believe clean environments build better business. We don't just maintain buildings, we maintain communities.
Patton Building Services. Beyond cleaning. Total building care. Find us online at pattonbuildingservices.com.
Every community grows stronger when neighbors help neighbors. That's what First Exchange Bank is all about, supporting local families, small businesses, and the dreams that help keep our towns moving forward. We're your local community bank, rooted here, growing here, and proud to serve here. First Exchange Bank. Online at firstexchangebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 579178.
Lou, latrine, head, Ken, the porcelain throne, the Oval Office, whatever you call it, when you need to go, Saving Grace Septic is there. From football games to family gatherings, even construction sites, we've got portable toilets ready for action. Septic systems may be the last thing on your mind, but we're the first call you make when you need a pump. Check out our service area at savinggraceseptic.com. We're there when you need to go.
This is Clay-Battelle High CB's football on WHAR.
Welcome back to Blacksville as we are about 4 minutes away from kickoff, and we want to remind you it's good to have options when choosing health coverage for yourself and for your family or for your employees, and you've got options with the health plan. The health plan on it. Learn more at healthplan.org. All right, Chance, if you're the CBs or the Dragons, you win the toss, what do you do?
If you're the CBs, you want to get it, and then you want to methodically just drive it down their throat, down to the end zone, take a lot of time off the clock, show that you're the superior team today. I believe you for Cameron, you want the ball first also, but totally different thought. I feel they want to score as quick as possible and just same thing. Say, hey, we're the dominant team. We beat you week 1. We still have the power to do it.
A reminder that Field Turf is the trusted source for athletic fields in West Virginia. Field Turf is a proud partner of the WVSSAC. We heard a couple times throughout these playoffs of teams that normally don't coming here and saying, we have got a hidden gem. And we haven't had to leave home this playoffs. And I'm telling you, Chance, I could get used to it. We've had a total of 10 games so far at home this season, 7 home games during the regular season, and then all 3 of these playoff games on the road to the state championship have been at home. But I think it's just a testament to show it how good of a athletic complex that we have here.
It is. I mean, it's a beautiful scenery as you look from our press box across the field. You've got this beautiful scenery in the back of now trees without leaves on them, which that was different at the beginning of the season. But we also see the vehicles stacking up across there because there's a road that does. We're starting to get up there, I would almost say, about to eclipse where it was for the Sherman game.
Looking at the captains, first for the Cameron Dragons, we have number 52, Colin Majors, along with the quarterback, Kason Angel. Believe that's number 56, Carter Paczewski. And number 33, that is another linebacker, and Gunnar Lilly. For the CB's captains, it is Braden Ponseroff, Cooper Statler, Cooper Payton, and Colt Sandy. Colt Sandman Sandy, try not to break any hands in that handshake, because I don't know if you've heard about this, Chance, but that man has one of the strongest handshakes I have ever found in my entire life.
I can remember one of the coaches last week telling us he high-fived him as he come off the field and
busted a blood vessel in his hand.
Yes.
That is a intense individual. We're waiting the coin toss results. It looks like Cameron has won the toss, and they will take the ball. So, Chance, they're right there with you. Uniform matchups for tonight. Clay-Battelle is in their silver helmets with dark gray jerseys and white numerals with a blue outline and a pants of dark gray and a white stripe down the leg. For the Cameron Dragons, navy blue helmets with white jerseys and navy blue numerals and plain navy blue pants. Kickoff is sponsored by Vision Homes, and they have been building custom homes in the area homes for area families for over 30 years. Visit AskVisionHomes.com and see how easy it is to build a house you're proud to call home. So, Chance, arguably the stronger side of this CB's side is going out onto the field first with their kickoff coverage and their defense.
Yes, if you're the CBs, I mean, you could end up with really good field position for your offense if you go out and play the way you've been playing. Even in week 1, we played Cameron well. It just, they did hit a couple big pass plays on us, and that was kind of the difference of the game along with the turnovers. So it will be interesting to see here, what Cameron's game plan is coming out. I do expect him to take a shot pretty early.
Back deep to receive for the Cameron Dragons is in lime green cleats and lime green gloves, Sawyer Reed, the speedster wide receiver, along with the bell cow fullback/tailback John Marshall transfer, Marshall Holland. Ponceroff set to kick this one deep. The ball is lined up at the middle of the tee, lined up straight. He waves his hands in the air, and he boots a low driving kick that bounces to the 20-yard line right to Sawyer Reed. Reed gets across the 30 over to the 35, and he's tackled by Cameron Mercer, and that is where Cameron will take over at their own 35-yard line, first down and 10. We've talked about how good this kickoff coverage has been all year, but at the same time, Chance, we haven't faced a guy as elite speed as Sawyer Reed has since week 1 when we faced him the first time. Anyways, Twins receivers lined up to the left. Sawyer Reed is a tight end lined up behind the right side of the offensive line. Shotgun formation, tailback on Angels left. They hand it off to Holland. Holland does a counter, and he's wrapped up by plug-and-play Josh Wilson for no gain. It'll be second down and 10. Blew past the edge there. Josh Wilson setting the tone early.
Yeah, you had Cooper Payton and Cooper Statler right up the middle there, just kind of plugged things up. Holland had nowhere to go. Wilson came in from the outside, good tackling technique, just went down, grabbed his legs, took him down.
So once again, the defensive lineup for the defensive line ends up like this from left to right. It's Sandy, Mercer, Huggins, and Wilson. They line up with trips receivers to the right, Cameron. They're going to do a screen pass to Reed. Reed's got some open space to run, gets across the 40, and is down very close to the marker at about the 44, 45. He'll be marked 1 yard short. And Chance, you got to kind of hold your breath there every time Reed gets the ball in open space out there on the edge.
No, you do. He's got the speed to break it. It was a nice job by the cornerbacks there, forcing them back inside to the rest of the defense, allowing them to come help make the play.
All right, crucial third down here early, 3rd down and 1. The line to gain is the 46. They line up in a pistol, 2 receivers up to the left. They say down, and he goes hard, and he gets it off on time. And the CBs take a tackle for loss, and that will bring up a loss of about 1. Marshall Holland was on the carry. I think that was Huggy Bear on the tackle along with Braden Ponceroff, and it's bring up 4th down and 2. This is an interesting decision here. By the way, Chance, one of their offensive linemen already coming out for Cameron. Looks like they are going to line up to punt here. Caleb Bragg has got to go back deep. Cason Angel is the punter. Got to be ready for a fake. They're backing up Bragg now. Claps his hands together, waits. Now he boots it away, end over end kick. He catches it. Whew. At the 25, and he goes down immediately. That was a gutsy play call there by Caleb Bragg to go ahead and receive it. Chance, he's already better than a quarter of the Mountaineer punt returners that we've seen over the past decade and a half.
Yes, able to catch the ball. He did get hit hard, but secured it, fell forward, probably got a yard on the return, but it was a gutsy call. But at the same time, the way that ball was coming down, it was going to roll towards the end zone if he hadn't caught it.
So Clay-Battelle does exactly what they needed to do on defense for their first possession. They line up for their first possession in a heavy set. Cohen keeps the ball himself, bounces to the outside, gets a gain of a couple. He's going to be tackled at about the 30. No, actually, it's just short of the 30. It's going to be a gain of about 3 on the play, down to the 28. The line to gain is the 36. It'll be 2nd down and 7. 9:25 left to go here in the first quarter. Cameron went 3 and out on their first possession. Clay-Battelle with their first try on offense. Decent crowd on hand tonight. Almost standing room only in front of us directly. We are nice and cozy in a warm press box here, though. Offset, heavy package over to the right. Now they send a tight end in motion. It's Ponceroff. They hand it off to Hall on the weak side, and he does not go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard. Tackled by, I believe that was Angel. No, that might have been Pagzawetsky. Either way, it'll bring up third down here in about 7. They're bringing in both tailbacks this time. Cody Clovis comes out.
This could be an interesting formation here if you get both tailbacks in there. It'll be interesting. Clovis coming out takes your big play threat deep out of the equation.
Here's a new wrinkle. No wide receivers. Caleb Snodgrass is lined up as a tight end. Cohen takes the snap himself. Cuts back over to the inside. Muscles his way forward. He's going to be lined up short of the sticks here. It's going to be a gain of about 3. It'll be 4th down and 3. Once again, the line is the 40. Lining up the punt.
Yep.
So, Chance, this is kind of how it went last time. It was a lot of the defenses feeling each other out. They do call it the game of inches after all. Snap is good. Statler waits. Now punts it end over end. Takes a nice Cameron bounce at the 40 and then takes a nice roll back across the 40 down to the 38. And that is where Clay-Battelle will take over, Cameron will take over for their second possession. We'll keep it here at 7:39 left to go here in the first quarter. So, Chance, now you've seen both offenses, and both are trying to set the tone early with a run game. How do you adjust here? Do you take some shots?
That screen worked well for Cameron there a moment ago. I maybe want to go back to it, but if I know Tim Brown, he wants to get that run game going.
They hand it off to Holland. He goes to the strong side over to the right. Holland muscles his way forward over to the 44. The line to gain is the 48, so a gain of 5 or 6. It'll be second down and about 4. Good run there by Holland, and we've mentioned it a little bit. They held him to under 100 yards, 80 to be exact, in the first game. And he's a 1,700-yard rusher on the season. Shotgun formation, Twins receivers over to the left, one to the right. Holland is on Angel's right. Tight end is also on the right side. Line up with a 4-man front here, the Seabees do, with 3 linebackers. They hand it off to Holland. Holland goes nowhere. Brought back down at the 41 by Cooper Payton. That'll be a loss of about 2 yards, and it'll bring up third down here and about 4.
That horrendous spot. That is
7.
A horrendous spot. He went down at the between the 40 and the 41, and they have spotted it.
They marked it over the way at the 42. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Generous spot.
All right. Trips receivers over to the left. Single receiver to the right. The single receiver to the right is Sawyer Reed. Running back on Angel's left. He drops back to pass. Looks over to the left. Now looks to the right. He's got no time, and he's sacked. He's sacked by Cooper Statler and brought down by a rest of a host of Seabees. Kaysen Angel, that's a coverage sack too. He had nowhere to throw that ball, or he would have fitted into a tight window. Excellent job there on the secondary by the Seabees that time, and it brings it back beyond the original line of scrimmage. Can't push this one forward on forward progress because it's back at the 35, and it'll be 4th down and 13. Cameron's probably going to have to punt again. They do a spread punt formation with 4 wide receivers, but you always got to be aware of Angel's ability to throw the ball because he is the quarterback and also the punter. It bounces across the 30, over to the 24, 22, 21, and that's where it will be downed. Okay. So Cameron trying to get the passing game going there a little bit on third down, but they were, Chance, you could say, forced to do that throughout the course of this second drive. They're still trying to establish the run here. For Clay-Battelle, do you keep trying to do what you're doing? 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
3 yards in a cloud of dust. It's got you to this point. I feel you go to it. You know, you may see a shot, but I think at this point in time, we're going to keep running the ball.
Cohen keeps it himself, waits for his blocks to develop, tries to get across the original line of scrimmage, does fall forward for maybe a gain of a yard there. It's going to be 2nd down and 9. Well, Coach LePeau likes to call these games slobber knockers, and so far, that is what the definition of this game has been.
Yep,
but it's still early.
It's going to take some communication issues. I feel we got to get fixed up front here to get the CB's run game going.
4:40 left to go here in the opening quarter. They hand it off to Hall on the weak side. He bounces to the outside. He's across the 30 and almost cuts inside and then is tackled by a whole host of Dragons. It will be a 1st down for the CBs. That is the first down by either team so far today.
12 yards on the carry there by Hall, opening it up. He was led by Cooper Payton, blocking there. Nice blocking on the outside, but Cameron Mercer solidifying the edge. Opened up the hole. Payton led the way, and the next thing you know, we're 12 yards down the field.
So the ball is at the 34-yard line, so the line to gain is the 44. Heavy package over to the right. Single receiver is Clovis. They hand it off. It's the same play to Hall. Hall bursts through the line, and he gets tackled at about the 39-yard line, just short of the 40. They're actually going to mark forward progress over to the 40-yard line, so it'll be a gain of 6, 2nd down and for him. Talked to, I think, his mother, and they said he's just a little bit dehydrated, so got to imagine a lot of Pedialyte last night.
A lot of Pedialyte, probably a little bit too much turkey on Thursdays, what it was. Dried him out a little bit.
All right, offset, heavy to the right. They motion out Ponceroff over to the strong side. Cohen keeps it himself, jukes to the outside, and it looks like he's going to have a 1st down across the 45. Nope, they're going to mark him right at the 45, and it will be another 1st down for the CBs. Imposing their will here on this 2nd drive. You've done a nice mixture between Corey Cohen and Caleb Hall, but I think Caleb Hall, with that burst of 12, really has gotten this offense going the past couple plays.
The couple runs to the left, hitting for 12, and then I think 6, seem to have opened it up. Now they're able to work a little bit more to the right and to the middle. I will tell you this, LePeau's running it a little bit everywhere. I think he's trying to find a weak spot in that defense.
All right. Same formation here. They hand it off to Snodgrass over on the weak side, and he's going to be tackled for a loss. Pagzawetsky read that like a book, bursted through the offensive line there and got a tackle in the backfield, a loss of 2. Ball's being placed at about the 43-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 12. Keep going on schedule here, Chance, or do you take a shot?
I'm still staying on the ground. It has worked most of the time on this drive. And I do believe Tim Brown's probably going to set up thinking you're going to try to pass on this play. You know, maybe you'll find a little bit of openness there.
I'd certainly run on this play, see what you can do, and if you can't do anything, then try to pass. All right, 2 minutes left to go here in the 1st quarter. Same formation. They fake the handoff to Snodgrass. Cohen keeps it himself, bounces off a wimpy tackler, gets across midfield, down to the 49, and it certainly makes it 3rd down and manageable here. It'll be 3rd down and 4. And the ball is placed at the 49-yard line in opponent territory. Snodgrass stays in. Hall comes in. Clovis comes out. So we're going to see that probably heavy package. And the way it works is like this. You have a tight end on the left guard of Huggy Bear. Then you have 3 offensive linemen over beside the center and a tight end, along with 3 fullbacks behind the right side of the offensive line. They tried to go hard count. Doesn't look like they jumped. They toss it to Hall. Hall gets across the sticks, and he's across the 45, down to about the 42, and it'll move the chains for a CB's 1st down. Chance, I know a lot of people were asking for the flag there. I had it on a good view right in front of me. They did jump, but they didn't encroach the line of scrimmage.
The second jump, there was 2 jumps there. The second jump did look really close to me. I will say that Cameron is playing a little bit off the ball. CBs have had a habit of getting people to jump, and I think they've adjusted to that to give themselves that little bit of
There's about 2 yards of space between the offensive line and the D line. here. Hall gets the carry, gets across the 40-yard line down to the 39. It'll be a gain of 2, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 8. As we approach the final minute of this first quarter. Boy, this one's flown by.
Yeah, it's been keeping it on the ground. We've had, I think, Cameron with 1 pass. The CBs with 0. You run it one more time here, keep it in bounds, and it will be the final play of the quarter.
I think even if it's out of bounds, the clock still runs in the first quarter.
Okay.
I could be wrong, though. I'm not a high school football rules expert.
Does look like we're going to call a timeout here, though.
Okay, we'll take it with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds here to call this final play of the first quarter. You are listening to Clay-Battelle CB's football here on WAJR.
At First United Bank and Trust, 125 years ago, we started as a small, trusted place for neighbors to build their futures. Today, that spirit is still at the heart of everything we do. Through generations and through change, our purpose has stayed the same. When you walk through our doors, you're not just a customer, you're part of the story. Thank you for being part of our legacy and letting us be part of your future. Visit mybank.com/125 and see how 125 years of trust built the future we're creating today. Member of FDIC.
This is Clay-Battelle High CB's football on WAJR.
Chance, we talked about it as soon as we went to break here. I said, I think he's only calling that timeout to take a shot on this play. What do you think?
I agree with you. I mean, we've been watching LePeau all season long, and when he does something like this, it normally is to take a shot. I think they've gained confidence in the run game. I think he already knows he's in 4-down territory. I think he feels he can take a shot here, run it on 3rd down, and then we'll see what 4th down looks like.
So 16.6 seconds left to go here in the opening quarter. Still 0-0 either side.
Ponceroff was tightening the gloves up.
Yep, Twins receivers over to the left. Cohen keeps it himself, runs across the 35, and he slips on the turf. The turf monster got him there, and it's going to be 3rd down here in about 3. The line to gain is the 31. The ball's at the 34. That will be your final play of the first quarter with your score, Clay-Battelle 0, Cameron 0. We're back in 60 seconds after this. You are listening to Clay-Battelle CB's football here on WAJR.
Jacqueline's fine jewelry, the diamond people.
This Christmas, give more than a gift. Give a dream come true. At Jacqueline's Fine Jewelry in Morgantown, we believe the most meaningful presents are the ones designed from the heart. Our master jewelers work with you to create custom pieces that capture your love story perfectly. Imagine her face when she opens that box. A one-of-a-kind engagement ring, a necklace designed just for her, or diamond earrings that sparkle as bright as her smile. Every custom piece tells your unique story. From stunning diamonds to handcrafted designs, we bring your vision to life because the joy of giving should be as unforgettable as the moment she says yes. Jacqueline's Fine Jewelry in Morgantown. Visit us at Suncrest Town Center. Let's design her dream together.
Jacqueline's Fine Jewelry, the diamond people.
This is Clay-Battelle High CB's football on WAJR.
Chance thinks that I have turned a new leaf here in football. Normally I say take a shot here, but I think I've turned to more 3 yards in a cloud of dust here. 3rd down and about 3. They toss it over to Hall. Hall bounces to the 35, cuts across the middle of the field, and he's going to be met. He's not going to get the 1st down. Actually, a gain of nothing on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And no, they're going to move it about a yard here, so it'll be 4th down and about 2. Obvious go-for-it territory, but Chance, I'm not really sure I like that play call with a toss play. I understand you're going to the strong side of the field there, but you're also going to the short side of the field.
You are. The only thing I've seen there is I do believe Hall tried making more out of it than was there. If he had just turned up, I think they may have gotten the 1st down.
Heavy set to the right. 1 wide receiver. They're going to wait, and we're probably going to call a timeout here. All right. They're going to take a timeout. We'll keep it here. as Clay-Battelle only has one timeout left, but it is a crucial down here at 4th down and 2. So chance with 11:10 left to go in the first half. Still nothing here. Do you keep going with your offense? Do you maybe try a different formation other than maybe the heavy set to the right?
I believe at this point in time you're going to see, I guess, a double option play for Corey is what I'll say. He's going to have the option to either run the ball or to pass it. I think he's going to send some people out on a pass pattern, but the main objective is going to be to try to run to get the first down. But if they stack that box, it will be available there. You may see like Colt Sandy just kind of sneak out, get enough to get the first down, and run the field with Corey, allowing it almost be a little pitch and catch.
I got to imagine that since my parents are here watching the CBs for the first time, they were sitting there going, where's all this passing that we've heard so much about? This is a Williamstown offense. Anyways, 4th down and about 2 here for the CBs. The line to gain is the 31. The ball's being placed at about the 33.5-yard line. All right, looks like they're lining up in that heavy set to the right. Clovis is the lone wide receiver over to the right as well. Cohen takes the snap. He's going to drop back on a 5-step drop. Looks over towards Clovis, and it's going to be out of bounds. I understand taking a shot there, Chance, but on the short side of the field.
I just like the option myself of giving your quarterback the option to run or to pass. Taking a deep pass like that kind of makes it a one-dimensional play. But, you know,
your defense has played well.
Defense has played well. This is the worst field position that Cameron has had to start at the field, so we will see what Cameron's able to do with it.
All right. They break the huddle. Twins receivers over to the right. Lone receiver over to the left. Holland on Angel's right. Angel going to keep it himself and run towards the strong side of the field here, but he's got nowhere to go. He breaks a couple of tackles, though, and makes something out of nothing. Man, I'll tell you what, Chance, Angel is a special player because that looked dead in the water, and he's somehow able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, he's able to get something out of it. He got 3. And that's something, if you're Cameron, like we've keyed in on Holland, you're going to have to try to find a way to get something else to happen. What better way to do that than to probably put it in the hands of the best athlete on the field?
So 2nd down here in about 7 after the gain of 3, 10:55 left to go here in the half. 2 receivers over to the right, 1 to the left. Holland on Angel's left. They drop back to pass. Looking over towards the right. He's got a man deep, and it is caught on a deflection. Bragg tipped it, and somehow, some way, number 24, Maverick Lilly, the sophomore wide receiver, does an immaculate reception. Chance, that almost reminded you of that Georgia-Auburn game where 2 defenders hit each other and the ball pops up in the air, and then Maverick Lilly's just able to catch it. And it's a deep play there. It puts the ball at about the 23, 1st down and 10 for the Dragons.
If you're the CBs, you just got to disregard that play right there, pick up where you left off before it.
2 receivers on each side here. Holland is on Angel's right. Counter play over to Holland. He cuts across the middle of the field, and he's wrapped up by a whole host of CBs, but still falls forward. He's down to about the 20 after a gain of 3. He is their bell cow, but let me tell you, he gets winded.
And he's taking a beating when you get tackled by 4 people every play. It's going to take a little wear on you there, but he got a little bit easier there just because of that one big pass play. You know, opened up a little bit of area for him.
9:50 left to go in the half. Same formation, but Holland is on Angel's left. Angel drops back to pass, looks over to Sawyer Reed in the hitch route. He's got it. Forward progress is going to mark him right at the 1st down marker. They'll move the chains, and it'll be 1st down and 10 here at about the 13-yard line for the Dragons.
Tyson Price was, I think it was him. No, that was Caleb Snodgrass, was almost there to be able to get in front of it, just couldn't quite get there. They can get a 1st down at this time. You're at the 13. They can get a 1st down without scoring.
9:30 left to go here in the 1st half. 2 receivers on each side. Holland on Angel's left. Angel drops back to pass, looking for a man over to the left. Now goes over to the right. calls a play over to one of his wide receivers to go towards the corner. Good coverage there by Cody Clovis and Tyson Price, and the pass falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Dragons.
We can see here that Cameron's has noticed they've got to put the ball into their best player in Case Angel. They've started to open the offense up.
And their second best player in Sawyer Reed.
Yes.
So 2nd down and 10 here. Ball is at the 13. They can't, like you said, Chance, they can get a first down. Twins receivers over to the left. Lone receiver to the right is Sawyer Reed. Hollins is on Angel's left. Handed off to Holland. He bounces over to the right side, cuts across the middle. Man, he is shifty. And he does a good job getting decent yardage there to make it 3rd down and very manageable, make the whole playbook open. You're obviously going to be in 4-down territory, so you've got 2 downs to get 5 yards. It's 3rd down and 5. I would maybe think about running the ball here again just to make it 4th down and more manageable and see where you are, and then maybe take a shot towards the end zone.
Yeah, the Seabees looked like they were stretching it out. It was going to go for nothing, and then he found a cutback lane, got 5 out of it.
They stretch it out again. Holland is behind Angel this time, and it's in a pistol. Do a fake toss play to Holland, and Angel gets across, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cameron. 8:28 left to go here in the first quarter. The Dragons strike first and take a 6-0 lead. Can't get too deflated here. That was a drive that was really headlined by a whoops play.
The whoops play, but the whoops play is what got us week 1. And that's where we got to, mentally, we've just got to block that out. And we got 8:28. We can work our offense.
You can still flip the game on its head, though, with a no-good 2-point conversion here as well. All right, 2 receivers over to the left, 1 to the right. The 1 to the right is Sawyer Reed. Holland is over on Angel's left. They hand it off to Holland. Holland tries to go over to the outside, muscles his way forward, flag on the play. The 2-point conversion is signaled good, but we do have a flag on the play. I'm wondering if this is going to back it up 10 yards.
It is in the holding territory, is what I'm saying.
So we'll see what they call here.
Angel is going over to get the play, so I think he already knows what it is.
Yeah.
During run, we got a holding, number 72 on the offense.
All right. 72. That's interesting. Yep, that is the right guard, Caden Chapman, sophomore. So that moves the ball back over to the 13 here, so you're probably going to have to pass, but you got to be aware of Case Angel's legs as well.
Agreed on that. He can just make things happen.
All right, so they line up here with a single receiver over to the left, 2 to the right, and a tight end on the left. Angel drops back to pass, rolls to his right, looking for a man, cuts back across, pressure coming, and he's sacked. Sacked by Huggy Bear at about the 20. The 2-point conversion is no good, and the Seabees trail 6-0 with 8:28 left to go in the first half. We'll take a 30-second break and come back. You are listening to Seabees football here on WAJR.
If you're looking for a brand new home that you can personalize to your family's needs but don't want to wait to build from the ground up, ask Vision Homes. Vision Homes currently has 3 beautiful new homes under construction and available for sale in Suncrest, Cheat Lake, and off the Grafton Road. And the best part, you still have time to personalize them to your tastes. Visit AskVisionHomes.com to find out how you can have a house you're proud to call home.
Vision Homes, building a house you're proud to call home.
This is Clay-Battelle High Seabees football on WAJR.
8:28 left to go here in the first half. The Seabees will get the ball back, but they are trailing 6-0. And Chance, this is the first time that the Seabees have trailed really in a long time. Let's see how they respond.
Yeah, I'm trying to think back if there was a moment that they were down, Ethan, since week 1 versus Cameron, and I'm thinking...
I think Ritchie County was the last time, maybe.
Okay. Ritchie ended up getting... They did get on the scoreboard first, didn't they?
I think so. I can't confirm that, but I won't deny it either. 8:28 left to go in the first half. It looks like Angel's the one who's going to boot it deep. He does, and it boots it right over to Ponceroff. He catches it at the 25, cuts over to the strong side of the field, works to the 30, and he's tackled, wrapped up at about the 32, And that is where the Seabees will take over first down and 10. All right. So you had a toss play to the right, didn't really work on third down. Then you take a shot to the end zone on fourth down, and Corey Cohen ends up throwing the ball out of bounds, outstretched of Cody Clovis here, so you didn't even really give him a chance to make a play on the ball. And now you're slightly to the right, so you're still on a short side of the field here with a strong side of the offensive line. Cohen takes it up the middle of the field, and he gets across the 35 over to the 40, takes a couple of defenders with him, and he's tackled right close to the 45. They're going to mark him at the 44. First down, Seabees. Corey's best run of the night.
It is. It makes you wonder, that touchdown, as good as it was for Cameron, did you light a wick underneath the Seabees at this point in time? Maybe they're looking at it going, listen, boys, we drove the ball down the field, made one bad play on fourth down. Let's just get back to what we're doing, and let's beat these guys straight down the field.
8:58 left to go in the first half here. Snodgrass is the tailback to Corey Cohen's right. Heavy offset to the right as well. They hand it off to Snodgrass. Snodgrass is not going anywhere. Almost breaks a tackle, but then just gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain there, and it'll be second down and 10.
This Cameron defense, what they lack in size, they make up for in speed
and athleticism.
They're just not going to give you the big play. You're going to have to matriculate the ball down the field, 3, 5, maybe get that 12-yard gain like Corey's gotten a couple times. But you're going to have to just slowly move the ball down the field on them. Take what they give you.
Second down and 10 here after the no gain. Same formation. Looks like Snodgrass is still in the game at running back. Cohen works to the right. Now fumbles the ball, but he recovers it. And they blow the whistle here. It's going to be just across the 50 over to the 49. He temporarily lost the ball, but recovered it.
The bounce that Cameron got on their last drive on the tip pass that went for 43, this 7-yard run may be the equivalent to that for the Seabees if they can score, because the ball did come out. He was just able to tap it back to himself. As he was falling backwards, re-secured it, gained another 3 yards out of the run in the process.
Hall comes in, Snodgrass comes out. Heavy offset package again. It's third down and 3 here. Ball's at the 49. The line to gain is the 44. They hand it off to Hall on the weak side. Hall breaks a couple of tackles and gets into the open field, and he's tackled across the 45 down to the 42. It'll move the chains for another Seabees first down, and you've got 6:18 left to go in the first half.
I love the move there by Hall. He's used to breaking it to the outside, but just by cutting it up, he was able to get 2 to 3 more yards, and he wasn't going anywhere to the outside on the speed of this defense. He gave what the defense gave him. That's enough to get the first down. Now you're looking at first and 10 from the 42.
All right. Ball's placed at the middle of the field, too, so they're going to line up in that heavy package. Over to the right, single receiver is Cody Clovis. Hall remains the running back on Corey Cohen's right. Cohen keeps it himself, gets a push, gets across the 45, and he fumbles the ball again. And Cody Clovis recovers it, takes a whole host of Seabees with him. There's a flag on the play.
That may be face mask as they came in to tackle Cody, but I'm not 100% just where the flag come from.
Takes the sleeve off. He said, "The heck with this sleeve." It's slicker than snot. Good heads-up play there by Cody Clovis to recover it and keep it going, though.
No, I agree with that.
I think it's going to be an incidental face mask. So there it is. There's the incidental face mask. That'll move it another 5 yards and be a first down for the Seabees at the 30.
The amazing thing is we are 5:40 left to go here in the second quarter, Ethan, and that is that the first? Well, we had it on the 2-point conversion. So besides, I guess, during regular scheduled play, the first penalty that we had.
Hall comes out. Snodgrass comes in. So here we go. Offset heavy. Cohen keeps it himself. Hurdles over his offensive line.
There it goes.
That's Chance. I'm just going to say this. I don't agree. That might be on the Seabees because one of our offensive linemen pushed the Cameron defender into Corey Cohen after the whistle. I understand I'm supposed to be biased towards the Clay-Battelle side, but that's not a penalty.
It will be interesting to see it. They may pick it up on that because the blocker hadn't heard the whistle yet either. You know what I mean? As he comes down, they may just pick the flag up if that is the case, Ethan.
I mean, it was right. I understand the initial inkling to throw the flag, but whoever was blocking him shoved him into Corey Cohen. Even if it is after the whistle, let the parents complain and do what they want, but at the same time, we've just got to sit here and play football. It was a decent game by the Seabees. I just don't think that is a flag.
Dead ball, personal foul, number 50.
And it's going to be on the offense. See, this is what I mean.
The worst part of that is they said dead ball, personal foul, which means you now lose the play and then get backed up. This is the one thing you could not have because you were running the ball down the field on them, and now you're backed up to 2nd and 22.
And once again, I just don't think that's a penalty on either side, really. But nevertheless. All right. Heavy package over to the right. They're going to hand it to Hall on the weak side. Hall pushes forward. He's got a decent gain on the play. Gets across the 40 over to the 37-yard line, but the line to gain is the 20, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 17. All right, you might see that quads formation here. And what I mean by that is they'll have 4 wide receivers out to one side. I would assume the left, a lone receiver over to the right. That lone receiver would be Cody Clovis. They are not going to do that. They're going to stick with their same formation here. They see themselves of having 2 downs to get where they need to go. Cohen drops back to pass. He's got protection.
Running.
Getting time. Looks and throws. Hit as he throws it. He's going to throw it towards the end zone, and it's outstretched between Ponceroff. Ponceroff had 3 guys chance on him.
But here, you did have 3 guys on him, but I will say this. If that pass is 3 yards shorter,
yeah, it's picked off.
No, he has the touchdown.
Oh.
I think Ponceroff has the touchdown on that.
He did get behind him, didn't he?
He put it the one place only his receiver could get it.
So now they're going to punt it. And to tell you the truth, I don't disagree with the call.
No, I agree with you. I mean, you want to try to pin him here, but at this time, I do feel you kick to the sideline. You don't give Sawyer Reed a chance to return this.
Snap is good, a little bit low, but Cooper Statler boots it over towards the right, and it's going to go into the end zone. Touchback. So it's only going to be a net 20-yard punt there, and it'll be 1st down and 10 for Cameron at their own 20-yard line. That penalty killed you, Chance.
It did. The one thing, me and you kind of talked about off air is that you can't allow yourself, I guess, to kill yourself. Like you can't put yourself behind if you're going to run this offense at 3 yards in a cloud of dust, the last thing you can do is put yourself behind the sticks.
All right, so 1st down and 10 here for Cameron. 4:24 left to go in the first half. They lead by 6. 2 receivers on each side. Holland is on Angel's left. Angel drops back to pass. Little 3-step drop, throws it over to Sawyer Reed. He's tackled immediately by Cody Clovis. Clovis read that play about as well as you could there. They've seen something on where Clovis is going to give him the space, respect the speed of Sawyer Reed. So he's just going to put a stop, plant his foot, come back to the ball, get the catch, and Angel makes a really good read. I mean, he's a really good quarterback.
Yep, and I mean, you're looking 6 yards on it. Pitch and catch for them guys.
2nd down and about 4 here for the Dragons. 2 receivers on each side. Holland is on Angel's right. Going to do a counter play to Holland, and Holland fumbles the ball. He fumbles the ball, and Cooper Payton has it. Turnover goes the way of the Seabees. Exactly what you need to get back into this game. Also, credit to the officials there for letting the play go, not whistling dead on forward progress, allowing that play to have the strip and get the fumble recovery and a turnover, and now the Seabees are in the red zone.
Yep, and this could be a huge emotional lift for the Seabees, and I don't want to say a back-breaking moment for the Cameron Dragons, but I tell you what, if you give something up, it'll be a struggle.
You got 3.5 minutes left. You also get the ball to start the second half as well. Cohen keeps it himself, looks for some room. He's gotten inside the 15 down to the 14. Now they're going to mark him down at the 15. It'll be second down and about 6 here after the gain of 4. So ball is at the 15 here. Officials timeout.
Somebody may be...
Cooper Statler has to come out.
I think he's bleeding. I seen the ref point.
He is bleeding.
Towards his arm. That'll bring TJ Barr in. You also have Colt Sandy come out because he's bleeding on the elbow. You're going to need to get somebody in his place, or this may be a point we just let the clock run down and call a timeout.
And that would be our final timeout.
No, he's sending in Snodgrass. He's telling Coop to stay off.
Still got 25 seconds here. You can think about this if you need to.
Yeah, I think we're going to run one play here with TJ Barr in it. Left guard, and Snodgrass coming in place of Colt Sandy.
So Huggy Bear is over to the right guard position. You have a running back on each side. They hand it off to Hall. Hall gets forward. He's over to the 5 and reaches down to the 3. First down and goal for the Seabees. No Cooper Statler, no Sandman, no problem.
Nice block by TJ Barr on the left side too, Ethan. I mean, you got to give credit where credit's due. He done a good job of sealing off that backside and allowed that to develop.
2:30 left to go here in the first half. The Seabees are 3 yards away from tying the ball game and 6 yards away from taking the lead. So you can run two two-point plays here and see which one goes better. First down and goal. Heavy set, offset eye to the right. Hall is the running back. Cohen keeps it himself. Cuts across, dives for the end zone. We do not have a signal that he is in. He's down at the 1, second down and goal. Fine, run it again.
Yep, he dove. He is 6 inches from it, like the ball is smack dab between the 1 yard line and the goal line.
And now Cameron's got to talk about it. All right, we'll take a 30-second break and come back, but don't go anywhere. You are listening to Clay-Battelle Seabees football here on WAJR.
Youth sports play an important role in developing work ethic and character to prepare students for future success in life, which is why your West Virginia Toyota dealers are proud to be the official partner of the West Virginia SSAC, supporting high school sports all across West Virginia. Toyota is also the only auto manufacturer in West Virginia, investing heavily in the local economy. So when you're ready for a new ride, shop us on buyatoyota.com or see your local dealer. Toyota, let's go places.
This is Clay-Battelle High Seabees football on WAJR.
Chick-fil-A and its 18 West Virginia owner-operators salute more than 86,000 boys and girls that participate in scholastic sports in our state. Chick-fil-A recognizes that participation in high school sports helps to develop leadership, teamwork skills that prepare each participant for life, the same values that Chick-fil-A in your community shares. Wouldn't mind some Chick-fil-A after this, Chance. But
good news is we're playing on Saturday, Ethan.
That is true.
Sunday.
That is true. Don't also love it this time of year for a peppermint chocolate chip milkshake as well. Anyway, second down and goal from the 1 here. Heavy package over to the right. Corey Cohen, he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Clay-Battelle. 1:51 left to go here in the first half, and the Seabees tie the game at 6 and an extra point pending. Do you kick it?
I don't got a problem with that. Not the way I've seen what's-his-name kicking there during practice, but I know what we've done in the past, and it's going to be going for 2 points.
1:51 left to go. Well, this is an untimed down here, but you have a chance to completely shift the momentum going into the locker room as long as you can hold things down on the defensive side. Offset, heavy set to the right. Cohen keeps it himself, bounces to the outside. It's a foot race to the end zone. He beats Sawyer Reed to there. Touchdown, 2-point conversion, good. And the Seabees are ahead 8-6. When you hear the cowbells, it's already too late. And the Seabees now lead with a chance to completely flip it going into halftime as long as they can keep everything in front of them, Chance. All right, now. So, yeah, I'm seeing it now. Yeah. You want to tell them what you see?
And it got Zach Gump, the right guard or right tackle of the CBs, limping on the way out. To be honest with you, and I don't mean to laugh at this, there's part of me that it looks like a groin shot because he's having a hard time breathing, but will. No, that is true.
But you have to take care of business on the defensive side. You've had one play already get behind you. You cannot let that happen again. Doesn't matter who the intended receiver is, whether it's a freshman, sophomore, or Sawyer Reed.
Do see LePose over checking on him and getting the story from Gump of what happened. So that does make me think it's a groin shot, just because he may want to talk to the refs on the way at halftime.
Ponceroff boots it away on the left side of the 40. This is at the 20, scoops across. In their worst field position so far today, back at their own 15-yard line. Chance, when the ball goes into number 7's hands, you clinch.
You do. You just, I take and hold my breath because I know he can turn nothing into something huge.
So, that's the guy who you probably have to circle all throughout this drive here with 1:45 left to go in the first half. They break the huddle here with trips over to the right, single receiver over to the left. The far receiver to the right is Reed. Holland on Angel's left. They're going to hand it off to Holland now. Holland, maybe a tone setter there. Clay-Battelle expecting pass. They're saying, okay, we're just going to run it down your throat, get some good yards. Back to pass here. They're looking for Reed. Reed is in on a hitch route. Good tackle there by Clovis to not let Reed get past him.
They're not even guarded on the right side. It looked like Price had headed to the right because that's what Ponceroff had told him, but it left the receiver open.
They're doing no huddle again here. Two receivers on each side. They're in a pistol, though. Holland bounces to the outside here. That's got to be a hold on Colt Sandy. They don't call it, but it's fine. The clock rolls. Keep that clock rolling there, unless they call a timeout. Second down and about 3 here after the carry from Holland. 50 seconds left. Two receivers on each side. Angel looking over to his right. He's going to take a deep shot. He's one-on-one. Does Clovis have it? He does. He gets a nice block. Can he get a return going? He cuts across. Gets tackled by Sawyer Reed at the 40, and that'll be a first down for the Seabees at their own 40-yard line. You have 30 seconds to play with and one timeout left. You could take a shot, in theory. Airmailed him, Chance. Just completely overthrew his intended target. Clovis read that like a book, and it was pretty much an arm punt.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm trying to remember where we were at with the ball before that happened.
I think we were at the 24 or the 27.
All right, I'm going with 27.
Okay. Ball's at the 41 of Clay-Battelle, first down and 10. Ball is on the left hash as well. They line up with Deuce to the right, single receiver over to the left. Single receiver is Cody Clovis. Cohen drops back to pass. Good protection. Gets hit as he throws. I felt like that was a late hit on the quarterback there. He throws it short of the intended receiver, Trey Huggins, and it'll bring up second down and 10. Chance, I always say if it's 2 seconds after the quarterback throws the ball, it's a penalty. I felt like in my head that was 3.
I did not see it, so I can't speak upon it. I did see it was just a little bit underthrown down here for Huggins, Trey Huggins, who was over the middle of the field. I think what they were trying to do is get a big play over the middle.
And then call a timeout.
Call a timeout and then set up a throw to the end zone. They may go right back to it right here.
Running back on each side, though, this time. Receiver on each side as well. They hand it off to Hall. Hall gets across the 45 down to the 46. They're going to let the clock roll. They took one shot.
You can get it down from here. I think Corey's got the arm to get it to the end zone if you want to take that shot.
This is an interesting thing. They're going quickly here. 3, 2, they snap it. Cohen, 5-step drop, flag on the play. So this probably isn't going to count. They throw it. It is underthrown to Cody Clovis, and it'll fall incomplete.
Now, if that flag is on the defense, if I'm correct, if you accept, you can get an untimed down.
That is correct.
I do believe it's on us for, illegal shift. I can already see it being motioned in.
I don't think all 11 players were set. All right. Whew. It wasn't pretty, it wasn't smooth, but the Seabees are leading at halftime here, 8-6. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back with the halftime report. You are listening to Seabees football here on WAJR.
When back, neck, or nerve pain affects your everyday life, Mon Health Spine Care is here to help. Our expert specialists treat a wide range of conditions, including chronic back and neck pain, numbness and tingling, carpal tunnel, herniated discs, scoliosis, sciatica, spinal fractures, and more. Get answers and find relief without the long wait, close to home. Learn more at monhealth.com/spinecare.
The high school football playoffs are underway. Get coverage with live and archived games, top plays, and in-depth analysis from Joe Mercado and Greg Carey. Plus our exclusive new interview series, State of Minds, and your favorite daily programs right on your smart TV or streaming device. Get more information at WVMetroNewsTV.com. Metro News Television is powered by the West Virginia Department of Tourism, Dan Cava Toyota, the WVHTC Foundation, WVU Medicine, and Trojan Landing Marine and Power Sports.
Every community grows stronger when neighbors help neighbors. That's what First Exchange Bank is all about, supporting local families, small businesses, and the dreams that help keep our towns moving forward. We're your local community bank, rooted here, growing here, and proud to serve here. First Exchange Bank. Online at firstexchangebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 579178.
Leaky faucet, clogged drain, water heater not keeping up? Josh Heinerman here with Advanced HVAC and Plumbing, where we do more than just HVAC. We are your local plumbing pros. From quick repairs to complete replacements, our licensed plumbers can handle it all. Faucets, toilets, water heaters, sump pumps, and more. We do it fast, clean, and right the first time. From drips to disasters, we've got you covered. Advanced HVAC and Plumbing.
November is Lung Cancer Awareness Month. If you or a loved one has or has had lung cancer, breathe easy knowing HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness can help. While smoking is a major cause of lung cancer, non-smokers can also develop lung cancer. HealthWorks Revital Cancer Rehabilitation Program gives our physical therapists the tools necessary to help our patients get back to the things that matter most. For many cancer survivors, surgery can leave long-lasting side effects, ranging from weakness and fatigue to neuropathy and issues with balance. Through the power of physical therapy, we can help our patients regain cardiovascular endurance and help them breathe more efficiently so they can work toward getting back to life and the things they enjoy most. Visit us online at healthworksrf.com to learn more.
People make the difference in the way you feel each day. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks.
This is Clay-Battelle High Seabees football on WAJR.
We are at halftime here, and the Seabees lead by a score of 8-6. They will get the ball to start the second half of play. Halftime report is sponsored by Patton Building Services. From janitorial to general building maintenance, Patton Building Services believes clean environments build better businesses. We don't just maintain buildings, we maintain communities. Online at pattonbuildingservices.com. First United Bank and Trust is the sponsor of the first half stat review. First United Bank and Trust, My Bank for Life, online at mybank.com. Chance, give me the stats. I'm sure there's not much to report.
There's not a whole lot. I will start off with one of mine. You always know that I believe is the key of the game.
Time of possession.
Time of possession. Right now, Clay-Battelle just a slight lead, 14 minutes to 10 in the first half. You go to total yards by the Seabees is how I'm going to break this down, because not anybody really stands out on the stat sheet in particular, but you have 119 total yards. All of them are rushing. Corey Cohen is 0 for 4 right now at the quarterback position, but at the same time, if you're the Seabees, there's no interceptions there either.
And there's no fumbles.
And there's no, well, there's fumbles. There's no fumbles lost. Correct. You come over to the Cameron side, you've got 71 passing yards. That is 6 of 7 by Case and Angel. Then you have 33 rushing yards, which 29 of those come from Holland. But the biggest one may be the 8-yard run by Case and Angel. The 6 points that are on the board that happened there. So you're looking penalty-wise. I have the CBs down with 1 penalty, and I've got the Cameron Dragons down with 2. One of them, as we were talking here with the Dominion Post, one of them is a holding on the 2-point conversion. We feel like they've allowed them to play a lot. That is, you come back, is that going to be the play? Like right now, that's the difference in the game. 8-6, because you did score the first time on the 2-point conversion, but you held to get there. You weren't able to pick it up the second time, so that is a huge penalty. But looking at 1 penalty to 2 that have been accepted, at this point in time, you're kind of looking at the point, and I guess you had an illegal shift at the end of the half, which was declined because of things, so we won't use it. But right now you're looking at maybe 3-4 flags total in this first half. The referees are letting them play. There's been a couple. I know there's been times that I've kind of pointed thinking there was a hold one way. You've pointed thinking there was a hold the other way. Like, there's both ways. Like, they're letting the boys play. They're letting the boys decide it on the field themselves. And sometimes as a coach, you got to bring that up when you go in at halftime, and you hope that the officiating crew don't change in the second half, but you hope to be able to go in and go, hey, they're letting you grab a little bit more. They're letting us play, so don't be afraid to use that. It will be interesting to see coming out in the second half in the report how Zach Gump is, because, like I said, he was over here on the sideline. I did not get to see as he walked off because I was working on the stats here. But could be a huge injury if for some reason Zach Gump is unable to play in the second half.
We'll take about a 4-minute break and then talk about the other scores that are going on around the state. But first, this message from the West Virginia National Guard. Get help with your college tuition from the Army National Guard. For more information, go to nationalguard.com. And also, for the best news coverage of high school sports in West Virginia all year, follow Joe Bricano and Greg Carey's daily posts at wvmetronews.com. Back in 4 minutes, you are listening to Clay-Battelle CB's football here on WAJR.
Youth sports play an important role in developing work ethic and character to prepare students for future success in life, which is why your West Virginia Toyota dealers are proud to be the official partner of the West Virginia SSAC, supporting high school sports all across West Virginia. Toyota is also the only auto manufacturer in West Virginia, investing heavily in the local economy. So when you're ready for a new ride, shop us on buyatoyota.com or see your local dealer. Toyota, let's go places.
While others search far and wide for solutions, you know where to turn. Patton Building Services. Since 1981, we've been more than a service provider. We're a legacy. From janitorial to general building maintenance, we believe clean environments build better business. We don't just maintain buildings, we maintain communities.
Patton Building Services. Beyond cleaning. Total building care. Find us online at pattonbuildingservices.com.
Hello?
Hi, this is Kelsey from Paradise Homes. I just wanted to let you know that our lot model clearance sale is going on right now. You can save up to $10,000 on select homes.
Oh, wow. Which models?
Well, the Grapevine is available. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, an open floor plan with a bonus office, and that sharp white and black exterior with stone accents.
That sounds amazing.
The best time to buy is now, so you'll be in Paradise by summer.
Your next home is at Paradise Homes, just 3 miles past Walmart on the Grafton Road, or online at paradisehomeswv.com.
Tired of the same old recipes, eager to learn new kitchen techniques? Then roll up your sleeves and let's get cooking with Chef Chris Hall. From Mediterranean to Asian, date night to kicking it with keto, Chef Chris will teach you how to prepare delicious dishes and then eat what you prepare. 33 classes from novice to the seasoned cook. The perfect gift for the holiday season. Order online and get the certificate directly to your inbox the same day. Visit mykitchenwv.com or call 304-241-4901. Let's get cooking. This week's 50% Friday.
Youth sports play an important role in developing work ethic and character to prepare students for future success in life, which is why your West Virginia Toyota dealers are proud to be the official partner of the West Virginia SSAC, supporting high school sports all across West Virginia. Toyota is also the only auto manufacturer in West Virginia, investing heavily in the local economy. So when you're ready for a new ride, shop us on buyatoyota.com or see your local dealer. Toyota, let's go places.
Lou, latrine, head, Ken, the porcelain throne, the Oval Office, whatever you call it, when you need to go, Saving Grace Septic is there. From football games to family gatherings, even construction sites, we've got portable toilets ready for action. Septic systems may be the last thing on your mind, but we're the first call you make when you need a pump. Check out our service area at savinggraceseptic.com. We're there when you need to go.
It's Bits for Bargains. You click and you save.
Get ready for the biggest online auction in the state starting December 1st at 9 a.m. Bid on hundreds of items at incredible savings, like an American Bandmaster L7 UTV. Retails for $16,000 with bids starting at $6,279.
It's Bits for Bargains. You click and you save.
Bid on the Diamond Pro paint protection treatment from Magic Shine Auto Spa, valued at $2,100. Bidding starts at $840. Or a $500 gift certificate to All About Massage. Bids start at just $200. Don't miss out. Auctions open Monday, December 1st at 9 a.m. and ends Friday, December 5th at 5 p.m.
It's Bits for Bargains. You click and you save. WVBargains.com.
Only at WVBargains.com.
This is Clay-Battelle High CB's football on WHAR.
Bill, where we are at halftime and the CB's lead by a score of 8-6. We'll talk about here the games that are going on around the state in just a minute, but your halftime scores update is sponsored by Saving Grace Septic and Rentals, providing clean, reliable, portable toilets for every event. And when septic systems need service, we're your first call. We're local, we care, and we're there when you need to go. Call them at 304-282-7210. Chance, the winner of this game, will get to face Wheeling Central Catholic. You called it a little bit on our pregame show. They win by a score of 43-20. So, with that being said, and for the AA scores, Frankfort defeats Doddridge County 28-7. The other game there is Philip Barber and Bluefield. That will be played later. And then in the AAA side, Spring Valley will take on Princeton, and Nitro will take on Chapmanville. So, any surprises by those scores?
I'll just say I watched a little bit of the Doddridge-Frankfort game online, and I will tell you, heartbreaking game to watch, kind of rooting for Doddridge. I mean, Frankfort's an excellent team. I take nothing away from them. I chose them to win the title this year at the beginning of the season. But Doddridge played that game really tough, and they just had a fumble, which I think took their quarterback out early in the second quarter or late second half. I can't remember when it was, but Frankfort took that fumble in for a touchdown. And it was heartbreaking. You could see the back kind of break with it, because trying to beat a good team like that is just not a play you could give up. But, I mean, just kind of like I said, we come from that area. Me and you do, Williamstown and St. Mary's. We love LKC sports. So
yes, we do.
Disappointing to see, but at the same time, I ain't going to say anything shocking. Just was hoping Doddridge would be able to pull the win out.
All right, before we go ahead and switch over to Quad A, we're going to bring in a little bit of a guest here. You probably hear him faintly in the background here of the press box. Michael Griffith, reporter for the Dominion Post, here to talk with us about the games going on in Quad A. You've seen a lot of Morgantown. You've seen a lot of University. Let's start here with the University versus Martinsburg matchup. What do you see that maybe they could rekindle their magic against Huntington and possibly pull off a shocking upset?
Yeah, I have seen a lot of these teams. Luckily, this year, it's a great year to watch Mon County football. Martinsburg and Huntington kind of remind me of each other on paper. If you kind of look at what they like to do, both teams are very run first. Especially last week with the Huntington game, the elements were a huge factor in that game. Huntington couldn't run the ball very well, and then University won the turnover battle. 5-1 and ended up obviously taking a huge game. So that was my key coming into this game was, shutting down the run, shutting down their quarterback, Brian Dick. And then obviously you have Boston Todd, one of the best wide receivers in the state who can take the top off. I talked to Eric Snyder this week and kind of asked him about that. Like when you have a team like that is run heavy, but then they have that receiver on the outside that can, on any play, take over and take the top off and score. What are you focusing on? And it was just kind of the same thing as Huntington. Just stick to your guns, stay disciplined, take away the big plays, and just do what you do. And honestly, that game, if University can keep it close late, it might be another late turnover that does it for them.
University probably going to be without their starting quarterback today.
He's actually going.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, someone did tell me this morning. That he was going, and in the middle of the week we talked to Eric Snyder on the Extra Medium Sports podcast through the Medium host, and he said Harrison was making really good progress.
Wow.
And that's one reason that they chose to play at 4 o'clock on Saturday is because Snyder, obviously the travel is one thing, but they wanted to give Harrison as long as possible to get over his concussion symptoms and try to get back on the field, and it's going to be huge for them because that opens up their passing game really. So
all right, let's go over to the other game, Jefferson versus Morgantown. Boy, this is going to be such a good game. I'm sure you're going to it after this game. I'll probably be producing it over at WAJR Control, but Jefferson versus Morgantown, I've watched Morgantown put an absolute thumping on Parkersburg the first game of the year in that Metro News Kickoff Classic. I have not seen them since. Jefferson started 0-4, but has now not lost a game since.
Right.
These are two teams absolutely on tears right now, and it's just going to be a matter of whose momentum is better.
And you know what's even crazier? But through those first 4 games where they were 0-4, they had only scored 13 points in what is that? 32 quarters almost of football or whatever. So it's crazy. But in the previous regular season game between these two teams was 38-7 at Jefferson. So will the Cougars be thinking about that loss? But at the same time, if you're Morgantown, you can't look at that win and think that you're going to already have this game in the bag, right? I mean, obviously you're at home. Obviously, you have that win under your belt, but this is the playoffs. You have a team that's a 4 seed, that's a legitimate 4 seed, that have earned their way. They beat GW
twice.
Yeah, they beat GW twice. This is a good team. So it's going to take Morgantown to bear down, especially after last week when they gave up 33 points to Spring Mills and only won by a point.
Blocked extra point in overtime.
Coming into that game, their defense had 4 straight shutouts. So were you thinking you're getting a little head on your shoulders there, and then you come out? So maybe that was a good thing last week. You give up all those points, now you come back, and your defense is going to want to probably earn another shutout this week. So that's going to be a really good game. Jefferson has a really good player, Tony Allen Jr. He's a returning All-State guy. He's been a little banged up with an ankle injury this year, but he's back, and he can play any position on the field, and he's one of the fastest players in the state. You got to watch out for him.
I can't let you go without doing a score prediction.
Okay,
I'm sorry to put
fair.
you on the spot here, but if I were to spot you 14 points for University over Martinsburg, would you take it?
Oh, absolutely. I think originally my spread for this game was probably 7 points. It was tough because on Tuesday when someone asked me what my prediction for this game was, I said that Martinsburg would win 28-21. And then I also said that if you asked me 24 hours later, I might change my mind. And then
now it's 24 hours later.
Well, when I wrote my predictions for the newspaper on Friday, I changed my mind and I said University 28-21. I don't think I can change my mind twice. So I'm going to stick with University.
Wow. So
I picked them to win against Huntington, actually. It's on record, 35-28. I was like,
I saw the tweet. Don't worry about it. Credit where's credit's due there.
Why would I back off the Hawks now? I'm going to take them again. I do think it could be a shootout, but with it being the semifinals and the stakes of the game, I think it's going to slow down a little bit in the second half. I'm going to take University by a touchdown, 28-21, in a big defensive stop at the end of the game.
Morgantown Jefferson?
Morgantown Morgantown's going to bear down. Jefferson's going to score, but I think Morgantown is going to win ultimately 35-14. I think it's going to be a little blowout late in the game.
You going to be at both games in Charleston or both days?
Yeah, I'm actually going down on Wednesday. We'll have the all-state meeting for football on Thursday, and then some good football for the weekend. So.
All right. Thank you, Michael, for joining us. We're about 5 minutes away from getting the second half started. We'll take a 4-minute break and come back with the second half. You are listening to Clay-Battelle CB's football here on WAJR.
If you're looking for a brand new home that you can personalize to your family's needs but don't want to wait to build from the ground up, ask Vision Homes. Vision Homes currently has 3 beautiful new homes under construction and available for sale in Suncrest, Cheat Lake, and off the Grafton Road. And the best part? You still have time to personalize them to your tastes. Visit AskVisionHomes.com to find out how you can have a house you're proud to call home.
Vision Homes, building a house you're proud to call home.
At First United Bank and Trust, 125 years ago, we started as a small, trusted place for neighbors to build their futures. Today, that spirit is still at the heart of everything we do. Through generations and through change, our purpose has stayed the same. When you walk through our doors, you're not just a customer, you're part of the story. Thank you for being part of our legacy and letting us be part of your future. Visit mybank.com/125 and see how 125 years of trust built the future we're creating today. Member of FDIC.
Youth sports play an important role in developing work ethic and character to prepare students for future success in life, which is why your West Virginia Toyota dealers are proud to be the official partner of the West Virginia SSAC, supporting high school sports all across West Virginia. Toyota is also the only auto manufacturer in West Virginia, investing heavily in the local economy. So when you're ready for a new ride, shop us on buyatoyota.com or see your local dealer. Toyota, let's go places.
While others search far and wide for solutions, you know where to turn. Patton Building Services. Since 1981, we've been more than a service provider. We're a legacy. From janitorial to general building maintenance, we believe clean environments build better business. We don't just maintain buildings, we maintain communities.
Patton Building Services. Beyond cleaning. Total building care. Find us online at pattonbuildingservices.com.
Every community grows stronger when neighbors help neighbors. That's what First Exchange Bank is all about, supporting local families, small businesses, and the dreams that help keep our towns moving forward. We're your local community bank, rooted here, growing here, and proud to serve here. First Exchange Bank. Online at firstexchangebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 579178.
Lou, latrine, head, can, the porcelain throne, the Oval Office, whatever you call it, when you need to go, Saving Grace Septic is there. From football games to family gatherings, even construction sites, we've got portable toilets ready for action. Septic systems may be the last thing on your mind, but we're the first call you make when you need a pump. Check out our service area at savinggraceseptic.com. We're there when you need to go.
November is Lung Cancer Awareness Month. If you or a loved one has or has had lung cancer, breathe easy knowing HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness can help. While smoking is a major cause of lung cancer, non-smokers can also develop lung cancer. HealthWorks Revital Cancer Rehabilitation Program gives our physical therapists the tools necessary to help our patients get back to the things that matter most. For many cancer survivors, surgery can leave long-lasting side effects, ranging from weakness and fatigue to neuropathy and issues with balance. Through the power of physical therapy, we can help our patients regain cardiovascular endurance and help them breathe more efficiently so they can work toward getting back to life and the things they enjoy most. Visit us online at healthworksrf.com to learn more.
Our people make the difference in the way you feel each day. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks.
This is Clay-Battelle High CB's football on WHAR.
We are just about 90 seconds away from getting the second half kickoff back underway in Blacksville, and your Clay-Battelle CBs will get the ball to start first as they lead 8-6. So, Chance, you told me this opening drive for the CBs is huge. Why is that?
It's the way that first half ended. Like, I just feel like Cameron, you had the fumble, which led to the touchdown, then led to the 2-point conversion. You're down by 2. You come back out. You also get intercepted. I understand you were trying to rush down the field in a short amount of time, but you still had the interception happen there. We do know that Gump just to report on that, is still limping, so it evidently wasn't a groin shot like I may have thought by the way he was acting. It does look like maybe left ankle, left lower leg. He's got something going on there. It does look like he's going to try to give it a go. But I just feel like if you can come out after the way the first half ended, if you're able to drive down the field on them, I'll even go as far as the way we've been running the ball. If you take 8 minutes off that clock and find a way to get it in and get a 2-point conversion and make it a 2-score game, you really put the pressure on them at that point in time, because they know if they turn it back over to you, you know what you're going to do. You ain't going to put the ball in the air at that time. You're going to want that clock to just keep moving.
The West Virginia School Activities Commission promotes athletics that provide lifelong and life-quality learning experiences to high school students while enhancing their achievement and educational goals. Play, perform, compete together. And also, GoMart, founded in West Virginia and proud to support its schools, athletes, and communities, supporting the state high school state championships. GoMart celebrate the spirit that brings us together. Go for good times and go for GoMart. Caleb Hall, Cody Clovis back deep to receive. Ponceroff is at that second line, but he's backed deep beyond, just across that 30-yard line. The rest of the second level is between the 35. So we'll see what they do here.
May want to watch the onside kick here, Ethan.
Large gap, though, between that second and third level. It is a little bit of a squib kick, and it is going to be Cameron football. Went right to Tyler Sleeth. He tried to carry himself and bounce right on it. It bounced off of him, and Clay-Battelle loses the onside kick, and Cameron will take over in opponent territory at the 45-yard line. Exactly what you could not have happen, Chance.
No, I agree, but defense just got to step up and get a stop here. You get a stop, nothing's really changed at that point in time.
All right. 11:56, only 4 ticks taken off the clock there on that kickoff. And we will start with Cameron getting the ball first. 2 receivers on each side. Shotgun formation. They send a receiver in motion. They hand it off to Holland. Holland gets wrapped up by Braden Ponceroff for only a gain of 1. He's a little slow to get up, Holland is. Man, he got rocked. Ponceroff really tackles with authority for how slender he is. You ever notice that?
He does. He comes in with an emphasis for sure.
So 11.5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Cameron got the ball on an onside kick recovery, and they're down by 2. Twins receivers over to the left. Holland on Angels left. Linebackers coming into blitz. They throw across to Reed. Reed is in the open field. He gets across the 15 over to the 20. Shoulder hit by Ponceroff over to the 16-yard line, and it will be a first down for the Cameron Dragons. You saw that they were setting up that kind of hitch route for Sawyer Reed. All he needed to do was break 1 tackle, and he could have been gone, and you saw it right there.
Yeah, it's that pitch and catch. You just want to give your athletes a chance to make plays, and that's what they did right there.
Holland is on Angels left. 2 receivers over to the right. Looks like maybe a tight end on the left as well. They toss it over to Holland. Holland bounces over to the outside. He's across the 10. Over to the 5, and he's tackled, trying to strip the ball away from him. Now they blow the whistle dead at the 2, and it will be a first down and goal for Cameron. You cannot get deflated here if you're Clay-Battelle. An onside kick is fine. The big play is fine. But you can take it all away here if you make a goal line stand. 3 yards separates you between the end zone. So that's 9 feet. 10:25 left to go here in the third quarter. 2 receivers over to the left. Single receiver over to the right. Single receiver over to the right is Sawyer Reed. Holland over to Angels left. Angel going to keep it himself. Bounces over to the outside, and he is not going to get there. Tackled at the 1, and it will be second down and goal. Angel hasn't carried the ball much himself, but when he has, it has come at crucial times, and he has really paid off with it. We thought he came in a little bit hurt, but he's not looking hurt.
No, and it's also one of them as a head coach, with him being such a key part, you try to protect him. That's why it's only in key times. But as this game goes along, them moments become more and more.
Sawyer Reed lined up as a tight end on the right side here. They line up in pistol. Holland tries to muscle his way forward. I don't think he got there. He did not. It is 3rd down and goal after a loss of about a half yard. Brings the ball back to the 1.
I tell you what, if
Angel's taking this.
If I'm Aller here, though, I send everybody. I don't even have anybody, one-on-one with the receivers. If they make the play, they make the play. Tell the guys, hey, if it's a pass, just jump. Get your hands in the air. Because at this point in time, there's 2.5 feet right now separating, and it's just you got to get the pressure.
Even if you go cover 0, though, if there's 3 outside receivers, you got to cover them. There's only 1 receiver, though, this time. They're actually lining up in a bunch formation over to the left. Do they send everybody? They try to. Angel tries to get there. He will not. It's a loss of another yard on the play, and it'll bring up 4th down and goal from the 3. You want to talk about seizing momentum? This is how you can do it as well. Everything not gone the CB's way to start the second half, but you can completely flip it with a stop right here.
You are back to where you were on 1st down.
That is correct.
You are back at the 3-yard line. If you're the CBs, you need to make a play here. Like you said, seize momentum at that point in time.
If I'm Cameron, I'm going to the guy that got you here. I'm going Sawyer Reed one-on-one. If he doesn't make the play, it doesn't happen. Bunch formation over to the left. They line up in a pistol. Angel fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right. He tries to throw it to a tight end. He's got him, and he's in there for a touchdown. Excellent play design there by the Cameron Dragons. You got to give them credit where credit is due there. They threw the quarterback out to the outside, put the matchup one-on-one with Sawyer Reed and Cody Clovis. That option gets taken away. They defended the quarterback run option pretty well, but the problem is there was a tight end in the flat, and you hit him for a touchdown.
Yep, the key play here, though, because if you're able to hold him here, a touchdown puts you back in the lead. You don't even need the 2-point conversion.
Twins receivers over to the right, single receiver over to the left. They line up in a pistol. They hand it off to Holland. Holland bounces forward. I don't think he got there. They're lining him short. 2-point conversion, no good. And it is 12-8. Okay. You got to give them credit where credit is due. They did an excellent play design there on 4th down and goal. It's not necessarily a trick, but it's a wrinkle.
Yes.
And now you've got to redo it again. If I'm Cameron, though, I might try to pick on Tyler Sleeth again.
I'm on siding it if I'm Cameron here. I'm doing the same thing. I'm just trying to keep it out of the hands. And right now, if you get another one, it's back-breaking.
Yeah. But if I'm Tyler Smith, pick it up, run it towards the end zone. Tyler Sleeth. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're right. Try to make something happen with it. It bounced 12 inches too far away from him. Besides that, he has it.
Make up for it and make a play on this one. They're probably going to kick it right towards him because it's J.J. Doshin and it's Tyler Sleeth. Nevertheless, though, let's see what they do here. Angel is the kicker. He's lining up like he's going to boot it right towards them again. Angel, slow squibbing kick, bounces to Clovis at about the 25. Clovis, put your foot down and go. Won't wait for your blocks, just go. Gets across the 30 over to the 34. That's my main thing with Clovis, is that he's got to learn that he is faster than everybody else on the field. If he just plants his foot and goes, good things are going to happen. You can't dance.
Yeah, punt returns you can dance on because everybody's coming at you with momentum, and it's a little bit easier. With the kickoffs, you just got to hit the first hole you hit and hope there's daylight at the end of it.
First drive of the second half for the CBs as they trail by 4, 8-12 with 7:52 left to go in the third quarter. Cohen hands it off to Hall. Hall waits for his blocks to develop, breaks one tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and fights for the biggest yard that he can. It's 2nd down and 9, but Hall did a great job avoiding disaster there. He broke a tackle from Caden Chapman.
This is a game of momentum swings, and right now you're starting to see it affect Cameron on defense a little bit more. They got a little bit more pep in their step. You've got to find a way to knock that out of them.
They've lined up with a 5-man front now, but once again, they are lined up 2 yards behind the ball here. Same formation. Hand it off to Hall again. Hall gets forward, gets across the 40 down to the 41. And they're actually going to mark him down at the 42. And that'll bring up 3rd down and very manageable here. The line to gain is the 44, so it's 3rd down and 2. 6:50 left to go in the 3rd quarter. CB's trail by 4. I almost said lead because I've been used to saying that all year, Chance.
Yep, I agree with you. It puts you, this is where you find out what you're made of.
Heavy set to the right. Cohen keeps it himself, bounces to the outside. He's going to get right to the line to gain. I think forward progress is going to mark him just short of the 45. The line to gain was the 44. They do move the chains, and it is the CB's 1st down. Got just enough from what he needed. The crowd's getting into it a little bit. Definitely need them to get more involved here in this game to bring forth a home field advantage, because Cameron fans have been almost just out.
Yes. Cameron has had a big crowd show up. You see the CB's cheerleaders working down here. They're trying to get the crowd into it. It's just this little bit of brisk air.
Yeah.
The thing is, he fell to the 43, or the 43, yeah. They marked it at the 44. They stopped him kind of where they backed him up that first time.
So 1st down and 10 for the CBs. They're in opponent territory with 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Good drive coming so far from the CBs. Same formation here. Receiver on each side, running back on each side. They hand it off to Hall. Hall doesn't get the blocking that he's been getting quite this game, and he pushes forward for a gain of about 2 there. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Line to gain is the 34. Ball is at the 42.
One of the Cameron players came out of the pile with it. I think he stripped it from him after the whistle there, because I didn't see him with it until way, way late. But it is just showing you they're trying to go after that ball on every play.
Same formation. Cooper Payton is behind Zach Gump over on the right side. Cohen drops back to pass. Now he's going to look over to Ponceroff, and it's going to be incomplete, bounces off the turf. And now you're at 3rd down and 8 here.
I mean, they're playing off of you. I understand on that, but you've been running the ball well. Sometimes I feel like you just stick with that, but let's see what we come back here. Do we try to run, try to make it manageable, or do we go back to the air trying to pick up the 1st down, and if not, punt the ball away?
Well, I think you have 4 downs to really do this, especially if you get any kind of yardage. If you're beyond the 40, I say go for it. Anyways, same formation here. Snodgrass is on the right, Hall on the left, Ponceroff to the right, Clovis on the left. They drop back to pass here, looking for a man. Cohen steps back in the pocket, going to tuck it and run. He gets beyond the 40, down to the 38. And it will bring up 4th down and perhaps manageable. I think it's 4th down and 4 here. Good decision there by Corey to just step into the pocket, tuck it, and run.
Yep. He made something out of nothing. You know, the worst thing you could do there is try to fit it in a hole that there ain't a hole there.
Mm-hmm.
Bad things happen, but it looks like we're going to go for it on 4th down.
We are going to go for it on 4th down. Heavy set over to the right. Cohen goes hard count. Waits. Gets a play call from his coach. They fake the handoff. They're going to roll out here. Throws it over to Ponceroff, and he catches it. He caught it one-handed, and he's going to go to the end zone. Touchdown, Clay-Battelle. Highlight reel catch from Braden Ponceroff. One-handed, and he goes towards the end zone. He hasn't had a one-handed catch all year, Chance, and he does it in the most crucial situation. CBs take the lead, 14-12. Oh my goodness.
I could have swore he told me, Ethan, he was done with the one-handed catches. He was going to use 2, but he brought out the one-hander there to go, hey,
listen, I don't think you can catch that if you're not going one-handed. That was an absolutely terrific catch. Honestly, Chance, I don't know what was better, the catch or the ability to stay in bounds, run into the end zone. 2-point conversion here going for the CBs. And they get a false start. They messed up on the count. They were going to go on. Everybody knew to go on set.
It was funny, though. I mean, half the team moved and half the team didn't.
Yeah.
So there was definitely a miscommunication. But that is huge. I mean, you are up 2 points because you've held them, but you want this bad because that way if you score again, like, you just keep edging ahead of them.
So now they're going to sub out. Trey Huggins in, Cody Clovis in, Snodgrass out, and the Sandman out. All right. They're going to go a quad package over to the right, single receiver over to the left. Cohen drops back to pass, rolls to his right, looking for a man. He's got Hall. Hall reaches for the pylon. We're waiting for a signal because he tripped over the referee. He's in! 2-point conversion good. The referee tumbles and gets on his knees and said, yes, sir. 3:28 left to go in the third quarter, and the Seabees lead by a score of 16-12. We'll take a 30-second break and catch your breath while this crowd gets into it. You are listening to Seabees football here on WAJR.
Youth sports play an important role in developing work ethic and character to prepare students for future success in life, which is why your West Virginia Toyota dealers are proud to be the official partner of the West Virginia SSAC, supporting high school sports all across West Virginia. Toyota is also the only auto manufacturer in West Virginia, investing heavily in the local economy. So when you're ready for a new ride, shop us on buyatoyota.com or see your local dealer. Toyota, let's go places.
This is Clay-Battelle High Seabees football on WAJR.
It was only a matter of time before Ponceroff had his top 10 catch of the year, but he saved it for the most crucial time in the semifinals on a fourth down conversion and completely flipped the momentum of this game. 3:28 left to go in the third quarter, and Clay-Battelle leads by a score of 16-12. Ponceroff raises his right hand. He backs up to the 32, boots it away from a low driving kick. It goes straight to a Cameron up man, and he falls down at about the 33-yard line. Chance, I'm going to catch my breath for just a second. Tell me what you've been seeing on that drive.
You know, I like running the ball, and I felt like we were starting to get some momentum doing it, and I think LePeau felt like Cameron was feeling we were getting that momentum on the ground. Opened it up a couple times. You know, the one time didn't work for us, but then we got the big run, set up the 4th and 3, and he kind of used their aggressiveness against them, done a counter on the pass play the other side, and worked out really, really well.
Trips receivers over to the right, single receiver over to the left. They're going to drop back to pass here, do a screen to Sawyer Reed, and he drops it incomplete.
And it was almost fell into the hands of, I believe, Tyson Price. Yes, that was very close to being picked off.
Played the man, but in that one, you got to tell him, yeah, go get him.
No, I have no problem with how he played it. It was that close to being somewhere else, because when it's going to Reed, you don't expect a drop. You want to be able to just get there and get him down.
If Case and Angel doesn't take 2 steps backward, that's a fumble. So, anyways, Twins receivers over to the left, no receivers over to the right, but Sawyer Reed is lined up as a tight end. They hand it off to Holland. Holland bounces to the outside over on the weak side, breaks a couple of tackles, and then is tackled by a whole host of Seabees, falls forward very close to the line of gain. That's probably Chance his best run all night. He had a gain of 10 there, and it'll be a first down for Cameron.
Yeah, Cooper Statler had a chance at him there, tried getting to him, but just wasn't able to get there.
Just a slight block to knock him off his momentum and his pursuit, to really not be able to get him cleanly. 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Seabees lead by a score of 16-12. So first down and 10 for Cameron at their own 44-yard line. They break the huddle here with 8 seconds left. 2 receivers on each side. Holland on Angel's right. They snap it, hand it off to Holland. Holland tries to set the edge. Good job by Josh Wilson, but a good run there by Holland.
That's 5 yards by Holland.
Yeah.
He's starting to get a little bit of momentum. You can see the pass attack by Cameron has opened up Holland just a little bit, and he's starting to make some plays because of it.
First time I've really seen Ponceroff be a little bit winded as well. 2nd down and about 5 here. Ball is at the 49 of Cameron. 2:10 left to go here in this 3rd quarter. Single receiver to the right is Sawyer Reed. 2 receivers over to the left. Holland is over to Angel's left. They hand it off to Holland. Holland breaks 1 tackle, and then is stood up by the Sandman. Forward progress will mark him down for a no gain there.
Yeah, the Sandman just went in there and said, nope, I'm going to put you to sleep. We're going to stop right here at the line of scrimmage.
He said, you better sleep with one eye open.
And the way he hit him
Hold
right there.
your pillow tight.
The way he hit him, he's lucky that while he's asleep, the tooth fairy ain't visiting, because he could have lost a couple teeth there.
Good thing he has that mouthpiece. 3rd down and about 5 here. Single receiver over to the right is Sawyer Reed. 2 receivers over to the left. Holland is on Angel's right. They drop back to pass here. Angel looks to his right, now looks to his left. Tries to find a man. He somehow breaks away. Tries to throw it away. He does, and it's incomplete. Almost picked off by Braden Ponceroff, but it'll force a 4th down and 5 here. Is that a flag? No, it's just the inside of his hand warmer.
It's a hand warmer, yep.
He better thank the hand warmer, because if he didn't get that hand warmer, he was wrapped up for a sack. And it would have been beyond the original line of scrimmage, and you would have forced him to punt the ball. This time, you kind of have your whole playbook open here. Cameron looks to be huffing and puffing. This is where boys become men. On 4th down and 5. No, it looks like they are going to punt here, but you got to be aware of a fake here. 4th down and 5. A jump can move the chains for a 1st down. Angel back deep to punt.
Putting his gloves on, running out of time, though.
5 seconds. They snap it. He's waiting, boots it away. Spiraling kick goes down to the 20, over to the 10, and to the 5, and it's out of bounds. My goodness, what a perfect punt.
You know what, kid? Good
Props
for you.
to you.
Good for you. That's all I can say.
Down at the 1, so Clay-Battelle has to move 99 yards. But you know what, Chance?
You've got
99 yards with the lead. Maybe don't give them the ball again.
Yeah, the big thing here is not to get caught in your end zone. The last thing you can have happen right here if you're Clay-Battelle
is to get a safety.
Is to give a safety up and give them the ball back in great field position.
The offensive line, though, has been getting pretty good penetration, though, the whole night. Snodgrass is the running back. He's to Cohen's right. Heavy set package. They wait. Tried to do that hard count. Don't take the timeout. Just call the flag. It's going to move it just a half yard.
I'm kind of with you on that, Ethan. At that point in time, take the foot. But at the same time, LaPoe knows how important that foot is.
Yeah.
And he's saying, you know what? We'll do the timeout. We tried getting the 5 cheap yards. Now let's talk about it. Let's set up a good play. I would not be surprised, Ethan, to see them come back with the exact same play that Ponceroff scored on, because you put your quarterback where he can just throw it in the ground if he needs to, right in front of Ponceroff, misdirection, gets Ponceroff in the open field, and maybe, even if he just catches it and gets tackled immediately, you've got yourself that 4 to 5 yards now that you got a little bit of room to work with.
I would really like to have that receiver all the way over on the opposite side. I understand it's the strong side of the formation there, but you leave the corner at the ability to just read it perfectly on the short side of the field and be able to just go in and run support. If you could motion somebody out to the right side, left side, get somebody out there to just take away a guy.
Yeah, because to set it up for you listeners, the ball is on the right hash mark, so you have the whole left side of the field open to you.
All right. 16-12 CBs with 1 minute left to go here in this 3rd quarter. Ball is at the 1, though. They line up in that heavy set over to the right. Snap it, fake the handoff. Cohen almost gets stripped, but bounces off a tackler, almost trucks Sawyer Reed, falls forward, and has got a 9-yard gain. The line to gain is the 11. We're at about the 10. Did you see Chance on that edge rusher? He didn't even try to go for the tackle. He just tried to swipe down and punch that ball loose.
Yep. I think Corey looked back at him and said, the sleeve ain't there no more, buddy. You know, I'm going to hang on
the
to
butter
it this
sleeve.
time.
We're going to start calling
the butter. I like that.
25 seconds left. Same formation here. Cohen keeps it himself. Gets a good push. Goes across the 20. Over to the 25. Over to the 30. And over to the 35 he goes. And it's a first down for the Seabees. And you can move that clock because I don't know if he stepped out of bounds there.
Let's see here. We got it all the way to the 38 from the 9. So that'll be a 29-yard run by Cohen there.
No, that's not 29.
Yeah, 38 minus 9. That's 29.
Oh, fair enough. Sorry, Williamstown math versus St. Mary's math, obviously.
That
that
also puts Corey over the century mark.
First down and 10 here. Final play of the third quarter, most likely. Cohen keeps it himself again, gets wrapped up and thrown forward across the 45, and that's where he'll be marked down. Second down and about 3, and that will be the final play of this third quarter. The Seabees can impend their will and is 12 minutes away from history, 12 minutes away from their first state championship berth as they lead 16-12. We'll take a break and be back in 60 seconds. You are listening to Clay-Battelle Seabees football here on WAJR.
Lou, latrine, head, Ken, the porcelain throne, the Oval Office, whatever you call it, when you need to go, Saving Grace Septic is there. From football games to family gatherings, even construction sites, we've got portable toilets ready for action. Septic systems may be the last thing on your mind, but we're the first call you make when you need a pump. Check out our service area at savinggraceseptic.com. We're there when you need to go.
When back, neck, or nerve pain affects your everyday life, Mon Health Spine Care is here to help. Our expert specialists treat a wide range of conditions, including chronic back and neck pain, numbness and tingling, carpal tunnel, herniated discs, scoliosis, sciatica, spinal fractures, and more. Get answers and find relief without the long wait, close to home. Learn more at monhealth.com/spinecare.
This is Clay-Battelle High Seabees football on WAJR.
One more quarter, and the Seabees could be on their way to a state championship. It's second down and 3 here at your own 45-yard line. Heavy set to the right. Cohen takes the snap, runs it himself, breaks a couple of tackles, moves his way forward, invites the contact. He says, put your helmet right here in my chest. I'll carry you all the way. A couple more yards. It moves the chains for a first down for the Seabees.
You know, we're getting ready to head into the Christmas holiday, Ethan, and you just see that heart of the Grinch. It's starting to grow in Corey. That heart just keeps getting bigger. He knows what's at the end of the tunnel here for us. He's trying to bring it home for the seniors.
Same formation. I would imagine that they're probably going to hand it off here. They said jump, but nothing. Cohen takes the snap, goes again, and he falls forward and gets another 5 yards. Chance, they kind of talked about this against the Cameron game last time when Corey did that magnificent scramble that he will say was not magnificent because he didn't finish the play, he fumbled the ball. But Coach LePeau said, but did you see that run? We might have a running quarterback. And slowly but surely, Corey Cohen has gotten more and more involved into the run game, and he has been crucial tonight.
And you've seen LePeau trusting him more and more as the seasons went along.
Caleb Hall is the running back. He's to Corey Cohen's right. They hand it off to him. He works over to the left side and goes a couple of yards forward. And now we got to wait for the whistle to blow. I mean, the forward progress was definitely stopped. Only a gain of a yard there, third down and 3. Chance, you talk about how these refs have let them play all night.
They
certainly have.
Looked like pretty close to an incidental face mask. It was not a 15-yarder, but when the helmet turns like that, something has to be grabbed. I heard a lot of the fans here in the crowd start hollering for it too. Of course, that would have been, even at 5 yards, would have been an automatic first down.
That is correct. Heavy set over to the right. 3rd down and 3 here. 10 minutes left to go in this game. Corey waits for his blocks to develop. He tries to push forward, and he's going nowhere.
He will lose a yard on that one.
Do you punt, or do you go for it?
I'm hearing from the Dominion Post he would punt.
And it looks like they will punt.
Now, I do want, for the listeners listening that maybe for the first time watching this year, I want you to understand that Cooper Statler is our 3rd-string 7-on-7 quarterback. I know he's a big feller, but do not be surprised to see a fake here.
Snap is good. Waits, boots, beautiful. Bounces at the 10, over to the 5, and it goes virtually to the same place that Case and Angel put it.
Yes, you can have a better punt there, except for maybe the one Angel had that was maybe a foot or two further.
You ever notice that when Cooper Statler puts his best punts, it's right where in the direction of where he likes to warm up? Because he put the last one that was a decent punt, but it went into the end zone. That was to the right. He boots this one over to the left, almost the same corner of the end zone where he warms up. Practice makes perfect, right?
It does. They have it right at the 2. Front of the ball is touching the 2-yard line.
All right, 2 receivers over to the left, single receiver to the right. The single receiver to the right is Sawyer Reed. They hand it off to Holland. Holland waits for his blocks to develop, and he's got it. There's a fumble! There's a fumble, and it's recovered by the Seabees. Caleb Bragg recovered the fumble, and the Seabees have the ball. 1st down and goal. And that's why you punt. That's why you punt. And Holland is down. Holland is down. Oh, no. All right. Holland is down, so we'll take a break while they attend to the injured player here. Back in 60 seconds, you are listening to Clay-Battelle CB's football here on WAJR.
Every community grows stronger when neighbors help neighbors. That's what First Exchange Bank is all about, supporting local families, small businesses, and the dreams that help keep our towns moving forward. We're your local community bank, rooted here, growing here, and proud to serve here. First Exchange Bank. Online at firstexchangebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 579178.
The high school football playoffs are underway. Get coverage with live and archived games, top plays, and in-depth analysis from Joe Mercado and Greg Carey. Plus our exclusive new interview series, State of Minds, and your favorite daily programs right on your smart TV or streaming device. Get more information at WVMetroNewsTV.com. Metro News Television is powered by the West Virginia Department of Tourism, Dan Cava Toyota, the WVHTC Foundation, WVU Medicine, and Trojan Landing Marine and Power Sports.
This is Clay-Battelle High CB's football on WAJR.
Marshall Holland is consoled by his teammates. He is walking off on his own power, but his helmet is off, and he is limping pretty heavily. Ball is at the 4 here, so 4 yards away and a 2-point conversion away from possibly making this a 2-score game, Jance.
It is, and I'll tell you this, you look out there.
Actually, no. If you score a touchdown, it's a 2-point game, 2-score game regardless.
I'm probably running it right at the guy who's came in place of Holland.
Cohen lines up in his heavy set with Snodgrass over to his right. Cohen takes the snap, cuts, he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Seabees, 10-point game. 22-12 with 9:06 left to go in the game. 9:06 away from history. But a 2-point conversion is still pending. It's also going to be interesting, Chance, at how much Marshall Holland being out affects the offense. Is he back into the game? I don't see him. Anyways, 2-point conversion here. Corey Cohen is into the end zone. 2-point conversion good, and it's a 12-point game. So if you hold them both 2-point conversions and not score, it's still a tie ball game. So the CBs just need to buck down on defense, keep everything in front of them. And Marshall Holland is on the bench with his left leg extended out, and he is grimacing at it as well. So that's going to be an interesting development, because not only that, Chance, their backup ball carrier, I guess you could call it, used to be number 18, Taylon Brown, but he's out for the year. Well, I say year, but he got out before the playoffs even started, and he was done for the year at that point. So now, other than Cason Angel, who's kind of banged up as well with an ankle, who do you have to carry the ball?
Well, you've got one of the best athletes in single-A football to carry the ball is what I'll respond with. I'm okay with putting the ball into Cason Angel's hands. You do want to take it easy on him, because that's an injury you definitely couldn't afford. But I think at this point in time, you're 9 minutes and 5 seconds left from a state championship. You allow your best player to do whatever he can do. But also remember, they got one of the best receivers in single-A.
Air it out, baby, air it out.
Yep, that's what they're going to go to.
Spiraling, booming kick goes right to Sawyer Reed at the 15. They wait, they watch him go, and he gets across the 30 over to the 35, wrapped up by Josh Wilson. And let me tell you something, Chance. If Josh Wilson doesn't do a textbook technique tackle, Sawyer Reed might still be running.
I was going to say, the seas were about to part right there, and he had nothing but green in front of him.
So now, you always tell me that prevent coverage is losing coverage.
Yes, you play the same defense you've been playing. The only thing a prevent defense does is prevent you from winning.
All right, 2 receivers on each side. They line up to pass. Angel drops back, throws it into the flat to their running back, and he's smacked by Cooper Payton. On the catch was number 33, Gunnar Lilly. He doesn't run like a senior, but he is a senior. Senior on senior action there, and Cooper Payton had the last laugh. It is a gain of about 7, though. Second down and about 3. The clock is rolling with 8:30 left to go here in this ball game.
Yeah, that 2-point conversion, Ethan, was crucial. You've now made it 12 points.
Yes.
So at least, if you hold them from getting the 2-point conversion both times, it's still only tied.
Trips receivers over to the left. Single receiver to the right is Sawyer Reed. They drop back to pass. Angel keeps backpedaling, throws it, and it is tipped and incomplete. Good coverage there by Cody Clovis. He knew exactly where the out-of-bounds coverage was. He saw that he had inside leverage on the receiver. He didn't worry about trying to get the pick, didn't try to be a hero, just tipped the ball out of bounds, lived to find another down and 3rd down.
And I will tell you this, the coaching that has went on this week of how we've decided to play Cason Angel is huge. Our defensive linemen are actually not looking for the sack. They're looking to just surround him and make sure he can't make a play with his legs.
All right. Sawyer Reed is the long receiver over to the right. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Angel drops back to pass again, looking for a man. He's trying to throw the fade, and it is caught. Just a picture-perfect pass, just enough to beat Trey Huggins there. The catch was made by the tight end Hayden Boner, and that is going to be a 1st down for the Cameron Dragons at the 31 in opponent territory.
He was the guy who got the touchdown earlier, Boner is, and it's interesting to see they went back to him there.
All right, 2 receivers on each side here. Reed is the slot receiver over to the right. Holland is back into the game. He's in pass protection. Pressure coming, throws a deep ball, and it is intercepted! It's intercepted! Intercepted by Braden Potzeroff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback, and the CBs have their 3rd turnover of the night. Oh my goodness, Chance. He airmailed that one just a little bit. He thought, hey, if anybody's going to get beat deep, it's not going to be Sawyer Reed. But he was wrong.
He was wrong. Potzeroff back here just as good of an athlete.
I'm wondering if that is the exact same play, that post pattern in the slot that they ran week 1 and burned us.
You know what the funny part is as they were lining up, Potzeroff hit flag and said, go over to the other side, and he came over here. He may have seen that coming.
Corey Cohen gets wrapped up from behind. Crowd wants a face mask or a horse collar tackle. They're not going to get it. It's going to be second down and about 12 here. Loss of 2.
I can tell you that Corey's dad is
That is not Corey's dad. Corey's dad is over there seated being nice and calm.
No, he was screaming. Corey's dad was screaming.
That was that guy right there.
He was letting the refs know nicely that he wasn't happy with that tackle.
Same formation here. Second down and 12. They hand it off to Snodgrass. Snodgrass bounces over to the outside. There's a flag on the play. Snodgrass into the open field, and he's across the 30 over to the 35, and it's going to be holding.
Yeah, since the ref back there is pointing backwards.
Waiting on what he's going to call. It was the white hat that called it.
It's only 5 yards.
Illegal shift.
That is our first penalty here in the second half.
And that's going to move the ball back even further. You're at about 2nd and 17 now. But you don't want to get cute here and try to go for a home run ball. Run the ball here.
You just want to run the ball and run the clock. And you just seen there, Snodgrass had a nice run.
Huggins is in at quarterback. Trey Huggins. They hand it off to Hall. Hall cuts back to the middle of the field here, and he goes back to about the 18-yard line, and he'll bring up third down here and 12. Corey's getting a little bit of tape put up on his knee. And he's going to get work done from his mom.
She is moving as quick as she can to get over there to get that knee retaped up.
Well, he moved a lot quicker than she did.
Well, he's got a couple years on her, I do believe.
Heavy set over to the right. Huggins still the quarterback. They hand it off to Hall. Hall's into the open field. Oh, man. I felt like he should have gone outside and tried to beat that in a foot race, but he cut back up inside, and it'll bring up fourth down and about 7 here. 5:50 left to go in this game. Still not the worst thing in the world, though. You're going to punt.
No, I agree. You turn around and punt here. Trust your defense. And that clock's rolling. If I'm right here, don't be surprised. We still have 2 timeouts. LaPoe may let this just go down, take the 20 seconds off the clock and call the timeout. Nope, we're going to punt it.
Booted away, spiraling kick, goes to the 40. Sawyer Reed drops it and then just falls on it. I was going to say don't even kick it to him, but we did. Takes a good bounce, takes a favorable bounce the CB's way, and Sawyer Reed muffed it initially, but was able to recover it, and the ball is at the Cameron 43, first down and 10.
5:23 here in the fourth quarter, Ethan.
Can't win if you can't score, and right now Cameron is in a pass-heavy scenario. Quads over to the right, single receiver over to the left. They throw it to Holland on a screen pass. They try to get more than they can block, and he's tackled at about midfield. Holland is, and he's down again, man. Second down and about 2 after that quick pass gain of 8. He is limping heavy, man.
I don't think they want to run him, but they feel he's still good enough out there in the open field to do something with him.
So second down and about 2 here. Same formation, but Quads is over to the right, and it's the short side of the field. Going to drop, look again, and Angel is going to be wrapped up for a sack. Tripped up by Colt Sandy and Cooper Statler. The ball is being placed back over at the 44-yard line. It'll be third down and 9. They faked like they were going to go to that screen again. Then he looks over to the left side. He realizes that nobody is open over there, and it's a covered sack.
And almost nobody covered Colt Sandy as he came in, and he was able to get in there, and as he pretty well put his hands on him, the offensive lineman also tripped Angel up and goes down for the loss of 7.
Twins receivers over to the left, single receiver over to the right. 10 seconds on the play clock. They send a receiver over in motion. Angel, low snap, rolls out to his left, Pressure coming, looking for a man, can't find anybody, throws it, and it's somehow caught by Marshall Holland, and it is complete over at about the 46 of Clay-Battelle. Good job there by Holland to catch it in the flat, just out of the reach of Cooper Payton at the linebacker position. He was draped all over him, but somehow was able to find space in that hole. Anyways.
That's what good players do, Ethan.
Trips receivers over to the right. Sawyer Reed is the far receiver over to the right. Single receiver over to the left. Holland is to Angel's right. They hand it off to Holland here. Holland bounces to the outside, wrapped up by Tyson Price, and then met from behind by Josh Wilson. And he's going to be slow to get up. And gosh, he is limping so badly. It's second down. He doesn't even know that there's been a play called. They go hurry up here. 3:28 left to go in the game. Two receivers on each side. Angel drops back to pass. Throws over the middle, and it's incomplete. Ponceroff tried to throw it, Angel tried to throw it over the middle to Sawyer Reed, and Ponceroff just put a shoulder right into Sawyer Reed's rib cage.
He did. The pass was a little bit behind him. He was reaching back for it, and it just unable to get to it. But if he would have caught it, he was going to get rocked at the same time.
You don't know if he would have caught it, if he would have been able to hang on to it. He's holding that left side pretty hard. Two over to the right, two receivers to the left. Third down. Look it over, and they're going to try to hit the tight end in the flat, and he's wrapped up by Trey Huggins. Clock rolls, fourth down, and about 5 here for Cameron. 3 minutes left to go in this game. Still 24-12 CBs. And the CBs are 3 minutes away from the best season in school history. Trips receivers over to the right. Single receiver over to the left. Holland to Case and Angel's right. Here's the thing.
They jumped.
They jumped. So I feel like it's got to be a false start. I think it's a false start, but that's just me. Well, they are going to call it encroachment. All right. 2:47 left to go here. It's a first down and 10. Clock will stop because of the penalty. Actually, the clock will roll. Now the clock is rolling. 2:45 left to go. Trips receivers over to the right. Single receiver over to the left. Holland is to Holland is to Angel's left. Angel drops back to pass. Free runner coming from Tyson Price. Is he going to be able to get away from him? He does somehow, and now he's wrapped up and sacked.
Cameron Mercer come in and cleaned up what Tyson Price had happened. Phenomenal play there by the defense. Price came off the end, nobody on him. Got in there on Angel, and that is going to be a loss of 10. Is that 10 yards or more? That's 10 yards.
10 yards. So second down and 20 here. We're 2 minutes away from history. Trips receivers to the right. Angel drops back, rolls to his right, throws it to his tight end in the flat. He's wrapped up by Cody Clovis and brought down at about the 43-yard line. They got to work quickly, though. 150, and now Tim Brown wants to talk.
Yeah, you need to do that because if you're the CBs, you'll give up 4 yards as long as the clock kept rolling.
We'll take a 30-second break and come back. You are listening to Clay-Battelle CBs football here on WAJR.
Tired of the same old recipes, eager to learn new kitchen techniques? Then roll up your sleeves and let's get cooking with Chef Chris Hall. From Mediterranean to Asian, date night to kicking it with keto, Chef Chris will teach you how to prepare delicious dishes and then eat what you prepare. 33 classes from novice to the seasoned cook. The perfect gift for the holiday season. Order online and get the certificate directly to your inbox the same day. Visit mykitchenwv.com or call 304-241-4901. Let's get cooking. This week's 50% Friday.
This is Clay-Battelle High CB's football on WAJR.
1 minute and 50 seconds. 110 seconds to be exact away from history. It's third down here in about 17 for the Cameron Dragons. Obvious 4-down territory. The CBs have played everything well up to this point, keeping everything in front of them. Sawyer Reed is the lone receiver over to the right. Trips receivers over to the left. Angel goes hard. Now snaps it. Waits. Price on a free runner. They throw it deep to Sawyer Reed, and it's incomplete. Knocked away by Cody Clovis. I think Sawyer Reed became a defender at that point. He knew that the only person that was getting to that ball might have been Cody Clovis.
I agree with you on that, Ethan. He was right on him. Like they say, white on rice right down there, just covered all over top of him.
If you can turn him over here, you might be able to kneel it out. I don't know. Depends on how, if they want to use their timeouts. This could be the ball game here. 2 receivers on each side. Holland, 2 Angels left. Sawyer Reed, the far. Waits, snaps. Deep over the middle, and it's intercepted by Braden Ponseroff. He catches it and falls down at the 12-yard line. And Chance, things look bright.
Unbelievable there. I mean, it was a deep ball by Angel. Ponseroff clinically should have dropped it, but he said, you know what, a 2-interception game looks pretty good on the stat sheet. And I'll tell you what, that boy has sacrificed a lot this year on the stat sheet. I'm not going to complain at all by him getting that interception.
Also, Tyson Price brought pressure again. How crucial has Tyson Price been on that defensive possession? Heavy set over to the right here. They're probably going to run one play, and they'll see if Cameron will take a timeout. Snap, hands it off to Hall, and a flag. Are they calling an illegal substitution? These referees have really gotten flag happy in this fourth quarter.
Well, if you got 12 players on the field, you kind of got to call it.
I'm not good with math, Chance, as we've found out today. That's why I let you do stats.
That is Cameron's first penalty here in the second half. As you said, Ethan, we've got 3 penalties, 2 in the second, first in the first. They've got 2 in the first, 1 in the second. Only 6 penalties total between these two teams that have been accepted.
90 seconds. First down and 5. They hand it off to Hall. Hall muscles forward, pushes, gets a first down. Timeout called by Cameron. They've still got 1.
I don't know if LePeau cares, but Hall is 6 yards from going over the century mark, which would be 2 games in a row. You would have 2 players at the century mark.
Actually, he did not call a timeout. He did not call a timeout. He's going to let this one go.
The 11-game win streak by the Cameron Dragons is going to come to an end in Blacksville today.
And a drought from Clay-Battelle is over. So many long years, so many games, and the Clay-Battelle Seabees are 1 snap away from going to Charleston. Chance, can you believe this is happening?
I cannot, and I just think of the history. I can remember we started this 4 years ago, and I think of Coach Wilson, and I think of the pass off to LePeau, and I know them 2 guys talk. It's just history in the making here of them 2 coaches coming together and these kids putting it together.
Clay-Battelle makes history as the clock ticks down to 15 seconds. I'm surprised there's no Gatorade bath, but Coach probably said it's too cold. If you throw Gatorade on me, you're running laps. 4, 3, 2, 1, and the Seabees are going to the state championship for the first time in school history. Simply unbelievable. All right, we'll take a break and come back to wrap things up. You are listening to Clay-Battelle Seabees football here on WAJR.
While others search far and wide for solutions, you know where to turn. Patton Building Services. Since 1981, we've been more than a service provider. We're a legacy. From janitorial to general building maintenance, we believe clean environments build better business. We don't just maintain buildings, we maintain communities.
Patton Building Services. Beyond cleaning, total building care. Find us online at pattonbuildingservices.com.
Every community grows stronger when neighbors help neighbors. That's what First Exchange Bank is all about, supporting local families, small businesses, and the dreams that help keep our towns moving forward. We're your local community bank, rooted here, growing here, and proud to serve here. First Exchange Bank. Online at firstexchangebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 579178.
November is Lung Cancer Awareness Month. If you or a loved one has or has had lung cancer, breathe easy knowing HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness can help. While smoking is a major cause of lung cancer, non-smokers can also develop lung cancer. HealthWorks Revital Cancer Rehabilitation Program gives our physical therapists the tools necessary to help our patients get back to the things that matter most. For many cancer survivors, surgery can leave long-lasting side effects, ranging from weakness and fatigue to neuropathy and issues with balance. Through the power of physical therapy, we can help our patients regain cardiovascular endurance and help them breathe more efficiently so they can work toward getting back to life and the things they enjoy most. Visit us online at healthworksrf.com to learn more.
People make the difference in the way you feel each day. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks.
This is Clay-Battelle High CB's football on WHAR.
The CBs have just made history. They win 24-12 over the Cameron Dragons, snapping an 11-game losing streak over the Cameron Dragons. The last one being at the first week of the season. They have defeated every opponent that they have played, and now they face Wheeling Central Catholic on their way to Charleston. This post-game wrap-up show is sponsored by Z-Bart of Morgantown, here to restore your original showroom beauty from the inside out on your vehicle. Fort Pierpont Center in Morgantown, or search Z-Bart of Morgantown online. Chance, what do you have to say, buddy?
We started this 4 years ago, and it's been accumulating together to come to this point. Just so proud of the seniors, so proud of the players that aren't seniors that helped it. The heart Corey showed as this game went along. Corey was not going to let these seniors, at least not experience, going to Charleston next week and taking on the Maroon Knights of Wheeling Central Catholic. I will say this live on the radio, Ethan. The Clay-Battelle CBs are your public school state champions. Doesn't matter what happens next Saturday.
Single A.
Or Single A, yes. Single A. They are the state champions of public schools in Single A. It doesn't matter what happens next week. Next week is another story versus a private school. But this week, you're the public school state champions, and you have had to earn it on your way to this state title game. You went through Ritchie County. You went through Wirt. Now you went through Cameron. A team, the only blemish on your record all season long. And you just got it back. You're the Mason-Dixon champs, and now you're going to go play for the state title in Charleston. What more could you ask for? Number one, it's history in the making. Congratulations to Aaron LePeau and his whole coaching staff that they've come to this point. And like I said, the first 2 years these players grew underneath Coach Wilson. I want to give him props. I'm sure he's listening at home. If he wasn't sitting here in the crowd, I didn't see him today, but if not, I'm sure he's listening. He's just as part of this championship run as anybody else that was on this coaching staff.
Look at Corey Cohen going out onto the field.
I bet he's coming out to give his mom a hug. His mom's out here cleaning things up, and I bet there's a hug coming from Corey.
No, it's that butter sleeve. He's getting the butter sleeve back.
You say that, but he's talking to his mom.
Chance, one more time, and we will go to Charleston. Wow. Player of the game?
It got to be Corey. I mean, Ponceroff has a couple picks, and there's.
I got to give it to Ponceroff. That one-handed catch.
Well, you know what? With
those
the catch,
two picks.
It's so rough to try to pick one player, but you know what? No offense to Corey, but I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to go with Braden Ponceroff because he is the senior, and the one-handed catch from Corey, that was a dynamic play by both of them. Then he gets the 2 interceptions. I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go with Braden Ponceroff for the player of the game.
All right, that is going to do it for us. Chance, your final game of the year. Did it feel great?
It felt great. I will tell you, I'm going to try my best to be sitting in them stands whatever day. I don't know if it's daytime or nighttime on Friday, but to be there to watch my CBs take on the Wheeling Central Catholic Maroon Knights. I mean, I can't think of a better way to end the season than let's go down to Charleston and do it for all the public schools and win a state title.
All right, that is going to do it for us. For Eli Mallow over at WAJR Control, and for Chance Collins, who's been with me every step of the way all through these 4 years, from these freshmen turning into seniors and making history for the CBs. Your final score, the Clay-Battelle CBs 24, the Cameron Dragons 12. I have been Ethan Collins saying good night from Blacksville, and we will send it over in a few minutes to Martinsburg, where University Hawks again. So stay tuned. WAJR. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
High school football on WAJR has been brought to you in part by Advanced HVAC and Plumbing, keeping your home cozy year-round. Morgantown's residential HVAC and plumbing leader for over 20 years. Online at advancedheatingandcooling.info. By HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness, West Virginia's choice for physical therapy for over 45 years. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks. Find a location near you. Go to healthworksrf.com. By Lang Monument, family-owned and celebrating families since 1874. Located in the Wharf District, Morgantown, and online at langmonument.com. By DPS Land Services, your partner in land management and acquisition, leasing, mineral buying, due diligence, and more. Our expert team makes complex land deals simple. Visit dpslandservices.com. By Vision Homes, building custom homes for area families for over 30 years. Visit askvisionhomes.com and see how easy it is to build a house you're proud to call home. By Patton Building Services, from janitorial to general building maintenance, Patton Building Services believes clean environments build better business. We don't just maintain buildings, we maintain communities. Online at pattonbuildingservices.com. By Saving Grace Septic and Rentals, providing clean, reliable, portable toilets for every event. And when septic systems need service, we're your first call. We're local, we care, and we're there when you need to go. 304-282-7210. By First United Bank and Trust, My Bank for Life. Online at mybank.com. And by Z-Mart of Morgantown, here to restore your vehicle's original showroom beauty and shine from the inside out. Fort Pierpont Center, Morgantown, or search Z-Mart of Morgantown online.
When back, neck, or nerve pain affects your everyday life, Mon Health Spine Care is here to help. Our expert specialists treat a wide range of conditions, including chronic back and neck pain, numbness and tingling, carpal tunnel, herniated discs, scoliosis, sciatica, spinal fractures, and more. Get answers and find relief without the long wait, close to home. Learn more at monhealth.com/spinecare.
Yes, it's correct. Dart's got a better supporting cast. I'm just saying.